When he first picked up that glaive, it contained the spirit of a previous mayor of West Crown,
Right.
a guy named Angevin. And it contained his spirit, so it was an intelligent weapon. It talked to him and had various powers. When Mub
Made the deal
with Liebdaga to become his servant, Liebdaga banished Angevin from the glaive and then re-ensorcelled it. As a gift to Mub for sort of like a signing bonus.
Yeah.
with the evil guys. So yeah, it started out as an intelligent weapon, and then it got the intelligence was banished out of it by Liebdaga the Twin.
Right.
Became a stupid weapon.
It became a stupid but powerful weapon.
The powerful.
Which really, in Mub's hands,
it's Mub really well. No, just kidding.
Stupid weapon is probably.
No reaction, Don? Come on.
I'm trying to remember if it had any properties other than just +3.
You mean in general?
Yeah.
Post Liebdaga or pre Liebdaga?
Post Liebdaga.
All right, this I can find for you.
+3 was all it needed.
Hold on. So what are you guys looking at right now? Are you still looking at the map?
Yes, as far as you know.
I have to know. Hold on.
We're not looking at the next room at all.
Okay, good. Thanks. Okay. Trying to find. I know I have it.
I'm bringing up Mub right now.
Can he use Mub for tonight? That would make this a lot easier.
No.
Yes, but he'd kill you guys.
Here we go. It's a glaive +3, axiomatic shatter spike.
That's right.
So axiomatic means the weapon is automatically an axiomatic weapon is lawfully aligned and infused with the power of law and does damage to chaotics. And shatter spike is wielders without the improved sunder feat can use shatter spike to sunder opposing people's things, which Don really never did that often.
I have the sunder feat even, but people hated it when I would break some guy's magical weapon.
Less loot.
You're killing the loot.
Yeah, so I never really used that because of that reason.
So that glaive was just trip-tastic.
Yeah.
It was. Well, that was the Mub move. I mean, you guys remember. I mean, that's what he would do. He would attack, kick, chaos, boom, trip, another attack. It was brutal. One trick pony. I can't believe. I was just telling Mike this. Can't believe how long that trick lasted. It lasted a long time. It was. I mean, it wasn't a bad trick. It was not a bad trick. It wasn't a bad trick at all. So yeah, that's what it was. Axiomatic shatter spike. So pretty cool. All right. So is Matt here yet? Matt.
I don't see him.
Okay. Well, everybody, I know a couple of people checked out the video today. A couple of people looked at the website, I'm sure. Is everybody cognizant of what went on last time?
You can take Farina out unless she's not going to game tonight.
She's not going to make it. Okay, so I'm taking her out. All right. Was that her little spiritual weapon there, too?
No.
That's Chuck's.
The last one off the wand.
He's got. Oh, that's right. He's got two of them going. All right.
No, you can't have two of them going.
Can't have two of them. So
the yellow one facing the doors is mine.
Oh, you're talking about the orange one? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what the orange one is either, but the yellow one facing the doors is mine. It's the last one off the wand.
Wait, did she do one? Hold on. What? I don't think. No, it wasn't her.
Yeah, I don't know what the orange one was.
Was that maybe a previous one you had?
I thought that he had removed that one.
Maybe I just didn't get it removed. Hold on. We'll fix that. There we go.
Now it's just a smiley face.
Now it's just a little smiley. There we go. All right, good. All right, so last time you guys, sort of decided to break into the area where the corruption forge is, and
At first, it was Gato who led the attack, went down invisibly, started bleeding the crap out of these guys, which did. I mean, you can't argue with the success that he had. One died completely from the bleed. Another, by the time they got up to where you were, two of them were, grievously wounded and did not give you a great deal of trouble. One who's still, you're not sure if he's bleeding out or what now, but has retreated behind a barricade of barrels that block off that door. But there were other creatures down there as well as you guys came in. So the first thing you guys encountered was a couple of what looked to be ivory Templars with longbows who began shooting at you from cover and creating some havoc. Then you had charged this guy here. Charged you. That's a sheer demon, tall, halberd bearing, demons that are these sort of angular goat-headed demons. And another one is behind the barrels there. And then something which you I don't know if you've even seen what else is doing this, but somebody cast a stinking cloud on you guys, which created a fair bit of havoc. It got a lot of people, and I believe that's what the red dots represent, right? Is everybody who was affected by the stinking clouds, correct?
Storm was not affected.
No, because I have a red dot on me, and I've never been anywhere near the stinking cloud.
Okay.
Oh no, the red dot was who had fire protection or heat protection.
There you go.
Okay. So who was affected by the stinking cloud?
Gatto and Fletcher, but we were saved by the wind. That
both got into the wind. Yes.
Section. Yeah.
Yeah, that 10-foot section that Farina put there. Oh, but since Farina's not here tonight, no, we'll leave it.
I was gonna be pissed.
It goes away. No, we'll leave that out. So yeah, Farina created that wind area, allowing Gato and Fletcher to sort of get out of there.
And Flashheart, he was in there also at the time.
Flashheart was in there as well. Okay, so he came trucking out. And so that's where we sort of stopped at this point where
the green on Bardos, you remember what that is? I don't remember what that is at all.
I don't either.
What is it? What was the question?
I think that means you were hulking out. I'm pretty sure.
The green circle on Bardos, what does that mean?
I didn't put it on there, so it should be in your notes, hopefully.
It is not in my notes. I'm looking at Bardos.
I thought green meant Hulk.
I have Bless and Barkskin on me. I think the Bless is the red dot for everybody.
That's the resist energy.
No, the red dot is resist energy. I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Because you guys because being just in proximity to that forge, the temperature in this room is probably 200 degrees.
Right.
And so you guys cast resist energy to sort of push that back. I took the green dot off. I can't remember it. Then it's not really fair for me to keep it on there. So. But that's kind of where we start. So Ilindar, you're still up there with the animal companions and the prisoner. Lothar, you're at the balcony, sort of overlooking this scene. Although the stinking cloud forms a column. I mean, it's a column which fills the room. It's not just on the ground, and you can't really see inside of it. So you don't see Storm. You don't see Gato. In fact, nobody can see from where you guys are. I don't think any of you can see either of them. Bardos, you could see Flashheart and vice versa. Fletcher, you could see both of them. Lothar, you have a spiritual weapon in front of the doorway to try and keep those guys out, which you're doing. So, all good. Any questions? Yeah.
I can't see Flashheart. Can you point out where he is?
Yeah, right here.
Ah, crap. That means I'm not seeing him again. I might need to log off and on.
Let's
see how it goes.
Okay.
We'll just
you
pretend.
Don't need to see him. So any questions, comments, problems, issues, theories?
How tall is this guy?
Those demons, let me get just a quick check.
Obviously, that one's not very tall right now because he's laying down.
They are large. In this case, those demons are about 9 to 10 feet tall.
Okay. So even if Storm could fly over these barrels, that demon right there is tall enough to be in the way.
Oh, yeah. And there's a salamander there, too. Still there. Now, we don't know what kind of condition he's in. He seems to be hanging on. But we do know that he was wounded by Gato at some point.
Right.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Matt, has Matt arrived yet?
No. Are those just loose barrels sitting up there?
No, it's like a stacked barricade. They're not in a pile in the way you think. They're sort of stacked up. These are big sort of wine barrels, big 5-foot tons that have sort of been crammed in there, and they're probably.
But they're secured together. It's not like we could go smack one of them and knock it off the.
No, yeah, you wouldn't be able to like knock it over. I mean, it would take a concentrated effort to sort of blow it away, which I mean is feasible, but it wouldn't necessarily be easy.
Thinking cloudless, is that a radius or a
It's a column, if I recall correctly.
what I'm looking for is, can I tell direction? You can cast it by where it's at. But if it's a column,
yeah, no, I don't know that you would. It's got a range, so anybody within.
Yeah, it would just kind of come up from where it's at. You wouldn't see a ray or a beam or something heading over there, and then it.
It would just materialize. It's a conjuration. So yeah, the cloud itself is 20-foot radius by 20 feet high, so it fills most of that room, at least up to the ceiling, which is what I was pointing out to Lothar. As a mage, I don't know if you would know this. You can do third level spells, right, Bartos?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a quick knowledge arcana.
Hi everybody, I'm here by the way.
Hey, Matt.
Is that Matt?
That's me.
Hey, we are just getting started, bud.
How are we all tonight?
22. Good. How are you doing?
Good. The storm is just hitting us now. I think it passed over all y'all earlier.
The snow. All the snow is hitting you guys.
The winter storm Scotch. Yes.
Winter Storm Scott. That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Well, put your wallet in a safe place if it's named Scott.
Yeah.
22 on knowledge arcana. So yeah, you would know that the minimum range on a stinking cloud is probably 100 feet. So, and then whatever the spell level or the caster level of this caster. So between your thought, it's a third level spell, so the caster has to be at least 5th level. You're thinking so they could be as much as 150 feet away, maybe more, depending on the caster level. Make sense?
For some reason, I thought it was coming off of this door back here. Did that door open or something, or was
it? You don't know if it opened. It's not open now, but you did see this guy that came out of that hallway.
Came out of that hallway. Huh.
But as far as you can tell, that door is not open. All right. So, any other questions, Matt? Anything from you?
No, as I recall, I was ducked to the side of the door trying to avoid archery, trying to avoid fire from the guys behind this barricade here, right?
Yep.
Looks like more people are there than I remember. And I don't believe everything else at the moment. I do want to ask, what is the barricade made of, in case I decided to charge in there?
Barrels, and they're tied together.
I know it's a stupid question, but these barrels are wooden barrels?
Wooden barrels, about 5 feet high. They're big wine tuns, the TUN tons, you would see in like a Lord of the Rings movie, for example.
I know I'm there, like they're on their side.
Yeah, they're standing upright, and tied together and sort of strapped together.
I know I'm a certified military genius in Pathfinder here, but it doesn't seem to be too bright to put wooden barrels next to the hottest source of heat in 100 miles.
Yeah.
Well, so
they're not normally in that room.
They're not normally in there. These doors were closed, or Gatto would tell you these doors were closed when he was down there. So, and you know that from being up here that heat that's captured in this room bleeds off pretty quickly. I mean, those barrels are probably being blasted, but let's be honest, 200 degrees is not going to be enough to
it's not going to be
ignite a wooden barrel.
But there's an ignition source in this room to help ignite said wooden barrels if needed, right?
You mean
probably
like
more than one
gallon of gasoline or something? I don't know.
Isn't this a flaming forge right here?
It is, yeah.
Okay, just double check.
And then frankly the source of all the heat in the room.
Right. So I'm just saying is that if someone was to be bright enough to bring a torch or something, boom.
Like the orc at Helm's
Deep. Exactly, in Helm's Deep. Who wants this? Where's Fletcher?
You don't know what those barrels are filled with either. They could be filled with water, in which case your torch idea is not going to go that well. Or you could just kneel down in front of the barrels and try and like light them. I guess it could work, I suppose.
That looks like the top of the barrels, though, is a good 3 or 4 foot wide.
Oh, so we can do a little dive over.
Yeah, they're wide. I mean, theoretically, you could try and dive over that, but
or Storm could crawl up on top of them.
Or on top of them, yeah.
Could Storm drag or fly Gatto in like he has been with doing his paratrooper bit?
Not through that doorway.
All right.
I'd say her plus her wingspan is probably about 15 feet.
Can we enlarge Fletcher and have him do the Kool-Aid Man move? Oh yeah.
Well, there's at least 3 guys back there, up against that barricade. So it might not be super easy, but possible.
What? 3 guys. Fletcher, what do you call that? A good start, right?
Next round because
A good start. I like it. I like your attitude. I like it. All right, so let me just just going to check the acrobatics check real here. So common usage is jumping. So long jump, let's say high jump. High jump. That doesn't make any sense. Jump of 1 feet is DC. Okay. So greater than 4 feet is 4 feet plus 4 per foot. So if these barrels are 5 foot high and you want to just leap over them, that's a DC 20 acrobatics check. Okay. So then you are trying to get past enemies. Now, do we remember what the rule was on that? Moving through threatened squares.
Over them, you would want to leap on them and then over the.
Move through an enemy's space is 5 plus the opponent's combat maneuver defense. So there's CMD 5 plus their CMD to go through. So first off, so let's say Fletcher wants to do a team kind of maneuver there, and I mean that in the TV show sense, not the game sense. So you need a DC 20 jump to go over the barrels. And then you need another acrobatics check of 5 plus the CMD, which I'm going to keep secret for now, to get past, in this case, probably the sheer demon. I'm just going to take a look real quick and see what that looks like from a CMD point of view. Okay.
Are they all using pole arms at that thing, or are they using bow weapons?
The sheer has a halberd. The salamander has a long spear, but the Ivory Templar guy that's back there has a longbow. He's the one that's been shooting arrows.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of him first if we can, and that way we just deal with the long pointing sticks a little easier.
Well, the salamander's about to die from the bleed. He's only got like a sliver of hit points left.
Oh yeah.
And the sheer demon is also down to just what looks like 3-4 hit points if we can just hit him.
It's time for a double verm there.
Yeah, if without Farina, do we have any other good archery or missile weapons?
Is Farina not here tonight?
She's sick. She can't make it.
Oh no. Dungeon flu.
She's got dungeon flu. That's what I have. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. All right, you guys getting some ideas?
Yep.
All right.
I think Chuck was focusing his arrows on the sheer demon, and we were waiting for the salamander to die.
I'm not obsessed at it, but I do have a missile weapon I can use if it comes to a missile weapon battle.
I don't think there's anything that, if we wait a few rounds, I don't think it's going to hurt us, but I think we know it definitely hurts the salamander.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, there's other doors out of here. So there's an option for that, or we just try and get rid of the barricade.
How tall is the barricade again?
About 5 feet.
5 foot.
Who has fireball?
What's that?
Oh, I do. Oh,
Who
wait,
doesn't have fireball?
Just a thought. Are they lashed together enough that they can't poke through it pretty easily with their long swords? Their long weapons, they'd have to reach over and poke at somebody below.
Yeah, I mean, so the idea? Give me who's got who that can see the barricade has survival.
We probably all have a little survival, don't we? Let's see.
Storm's got 4.
Fletcher's got 1.
I
Storm
got one.
can't see the barrels. Gato can't see the barrels.
Can't see them.
Yes, she can.
No, she cannot.
No.
The smoke's in the way.
There's smoke right here that's in the way.
Oh,
The stinking. You can't see through a stinking cloud.
okay.
So Fletcher, what was your survival +1? That's really
Never
good.
mind.
I don't know. Flashlight, you want to take a crack at it?
Yep.
Lothar, you can see the barricade. Well, no, maybe you can't see the barricade where you are.
Yeah,
I don't know that you can.
I assumed that I couldn't.
Yeah, you can't.
Hey, Les, would dungeoneering help at all?
Couldn't hurt. Try it.
I have that much better. I never get to use it.
I kind of wish I was saving these rolls for combat. You guys are getting all your crap out of the way. Ooh, 29. Okay, that's real good. All right, so Fletcher, in your Dungeoneer's opinion, what you're guessing those guys with the pole arms are back there doing is potentially waiting for you guys to charge in there, because the moment you get into that doorway, that's going to provoke an attack of opportunity. These are ranged weapons. Well, no, I mean, it's essentially like a pike wall, right? You guys come charging in, they're going to chop down with that stuff over the barrels, so they're protected.
That's what I was saying. Is like, just if you think about it, a bunch of barrels in your way, you're gonna have to reach way over the barrel to stab at a guy who's directly behind them.
How high are the barrels? Are they like chest high? Are
4
they
feet.
5 feet.
4 feet high.
5 feet?
Yeah.
Or 5
Well,
feet high.
so yeah, they're basically doing this over the barrels.
Yeah, I mean, if you were if you crawled there, that would be much more difficult for them.
I'm saying if you get there, we can cut the barrels apart or whatever, or I don't know what's in the barrels, but we could tap a barrel and see what's inside.
Tap a barrel. He's in there with a little hammer, with one of those little
delicious.
wooden tappers.
Everybody back off! It's good ale.
This bung is too tough.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started, shall we? We'll just go right to the top of the order where we find Gato and Lothar.
After you, Lothar.
Well, I'm going to have the spiritual weapon take a shot at the guy it's been shooting at.
Okay, bing.
18.
18, let me double check. That is a miss. Just barely, but a miss.
Wait, did we have bless on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So 19.
Oh my God, it's a hit. 19 is a hit. I hate you, Lothar.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. That's solid. It's bink, hits him. For 9, take that off.
Yeah, bless, but I'm seeing prayer. Should we have bless or prayer?
Bless is what.
Bless, yeah.
Did you do prayer at some point, Chuck?
I don't believe so. I don't have. Let me check. Oh yeah, I think I did do prayer at some point. I had that one. So we get a +1 bonus on.
Prayer is +1 for us, -1 for them.
It's also a +1 to weapon damage, saves, and skill checks.
Attack damage, saves, and skills.
So that damage would have been 10 points.
Okay, I'll take another one off. Hold on.
So and we have bless or just the prayer?
Well, you can't have. Well, I don't know if you can have both because they're both morale
they're-
bonuses or something.
both-
Prayer is luck, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I have, because Bartos can't do morale bonuses, so he doesn't do bless, but I've got prayer on, which is a luck bonus.
Right. So I believe we should have both on us. Whether it stacks or not that's somebody else's call. But if one's
Yeah,
luck and one's morale,
Yeah, they're different types of
If
benefits.
one's luck and one's morale, then they would stack.
Yeah, one's okay. Bless is morale. Luck. Prayer is luck.
so +2 to hit, +1 to damage, +1 for saves.
Got it.
Unless you're an android.
Chuck,
I'm sorry, what?
who did you just hit?
The guy in the middle.
The guy, yeah. So this the sheer demon who took
Okay.
it pretty hard. All right, excellent. Gato, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get out of there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up would be
Right back.
Storm. Would be Storm. So Storm is in the corridor of wind, so is unaffected by the thing, but she cannot see through the thing, so she does not know what's going on in there.
Now, if you make your save against the stinging cloud, are you immune to it the whole time?
That's a great question. Hold on.
Because I know she made her save.
Yeah. She was the only one who did.
No, you are not immune to it. Any creature that succeeds on a save but remains in the cloud must continue to save each round on your turn because if it's a poison effect,
Okay.
not a magical effect.
Okay.
Okay. She's outside of it now, so she is okay. Not suffering any ill effects from being inside the cloud. But if she re-enters it, then she's going to have to save again.
Right. Can we see in this 10-foot thing of air?
Yes, absolutely. You mean in the wind wall corridor?
Right.
Yeah, you can see inside there. So Storm can see Gato, she can see Fletcher.
Okay. Storm's going to come around to here
Okay.
and basically tell Fletcher and Flashheart, since they're the closest ones, if they want to check other doors, she'll make sure nothing can come through that doorway, the main doorway.
So we haven't been through this door.
We know someone came from this direction.
Yeah, that door's closed though.
Which direction here?
Yeah, through that thing. One of the sheer demons came from that direction.
Yeah, Sheer Demon came from that direction and charged Storm.
How do we always come from this direction? I thought we entered this room and then went to the right and finished off with there up there.
No, we came to this room and we've only been in the middle of this room. That's it.
How did we get to this room? From the way we came up this way?
Up to the right.
Up here, right.
All right. I was thinking we took a detour from the elevator up there but crossed this room earlier.
No.
Okay. All right. Whose turn is it now?
Well, Storm, I mean, she ran up to Flashheart. Are you going to take the opportunity to bite him, or
What?
you get a single attack?
Obviously. She's
Yeah,
like a
right.
dog. She won't really bite. She'll just kind of mouth him a little bit, just kind of like puppies.
Give him a little gnaw, like a hippo.
Yeah.
Like a
All right.
puppy now.
Down with some sweat.
Get his like leg all slobbery. Like I said, she's just going to go there and obviously she doesn't have opposable thumbs, and she's aware of that fact. So she's just going to say, if you guys want to check the doors, she goes, I'll cover that main doorway.
Fair enough. Bardos, go take care of it now. Just kidding.
Bardos,
All right.
report
Sounds like
back
a
to me
plan,
when you're
Storm.
done.
You're the best paladin ever, Matt. I got to.
All right, let's see who I've got a shot
I'm
at.
paladin when it counts. The rest of the time, I'm just comic relief. All right. I will. All right. When it's my turn, I probably will head to that door. Unless I see we got new visitors up here at the front.
What?
Reinforcements. Did we get reinforcements?
Oh
up the
yeah,
line
there's
up here?
one. I took the bleed off of the salamander. I moved another shear into position behind the dying one. This guy's trying to take a shot at you over the barrels, through the woods, past grandmother's house. I don't think he's got the shot, frankly. You guys that cover is good. There's nothing there. Can't get Fletcher. Can't get anybody. What's he gonna do?
He could escape, take what little treasure he could find, and live to fight another day.
He's
Just a thought.
he's going to go on Opfire, which I'm going to note to him with this little skull and crossbones there. So he's going on Opfire. Anybody that comes, and this is the Opfire, anybody that he comes in range of vision, he's going to shoot. And then what is she going to do? Oh, yeah. It's my notes from earlier.
Hey, Lothar,
Yes.
are you okay back where you are? Okay,
Yeah.
I see the party's all strung all the way back out to Siggy. Okay, I thought we were all closer than that.
Well, no, Siggy and Otto and the prisoner and Illendar, none of them have the ability to withstand the heat in here.
Got it.
Which is why we're still back there.
If they come into this room, they're going to be taking heat damage the whole time. So
Okay.
that's why they're back there.
My concern is if I open one of these doors, I could open a second front if there's a bunch of baddies behind another door here.
Right
Well,
now, we don't have any other fronts, so.
All right. If we're going to leave this guy barricaded in, okay.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. $20 by $20. That's right, buddy. All right, so perfect.
How was that?
That, my friends, is a web. So Fletcher, Bardos, Storm, and Flashheart. All of you roll a save versus web.
Is that a reflex save?
Almost certainly. Hold on, let me double check and see what the number is. That's not that right.
My worst save.
My worst save. That is. Okay. All right. So it is I believe, a reflex save.
Does bless or prayer anything go for that or no?
Gates, yeah.
Prayer gives you a +1 to save.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, look, I rolled decent. Second web.
Okay, all of you made your save, even Bardos. So you guys are not stuck. However, as we all know from previous webs, the web itself is difficult terrain, and anyone moving through the webs must make a combat maneuver check or escape artist as part of their move action with a DC equal to the spell's DC, or you are grappled in the first square of web. There you go. That's my turn.
What did you say the DC was last?
DC was 16.
16.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's me, Flashheart, Bardos, and Fletcher, the bottom of the order. I feel like I'm missing somebody here. Gato, Lothar, Illandar, where are you in this? Did you go on Stormstern?
He's out of the combat.
He's upstairs. Okay.
There's not until he gets a spell, he can't do much, and so
He and Otto and the prisoner are playing dice.
he's babysitting everyone else.
He's babysitting. All right. Flashheart, Bardos, Fletcher, everyone there in the web. What are you guys gonna do?
Not to a metagame, but a torch does D6 damage, and a torch would torch this whole web. And everyone who's in here has the resist energy that makes them kind of immune to that.
Well, I had it, but I
destroy
gave
it
it
in
to
one
Gato.
round, but yeah, I would destroy it.
So fire, just so you guys know, sets the web alight and burns a 5-foot square every round.
And if it's burning the square you're in, you take that same
You take the damage, right?
but it's D6, so it's not going to get past anybody's resist.
Right.
I believe Gato's holding my resist energy scale.
I think Bardos is going to shoot fire. There you go. That'll light that web on fire. There you go. Oh, wait, here's some more. There we go.
Yes. All right.
What are you thinking, Flashheart? I'm watching you.
Yeah, I was going to charge down the hallway where Bardos is, but I'm thinking that's most likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 5 feet and then get stuck worse. So what's the length on these? What's the decay rate on these puppies?
On webs?
Yep.
I don't know that you would know. Minutes.
Yeah, you're better off
Sometimes
to torch in
hours.
your pack.
Okay.
If you got a torch in your pack, you're better off to pull that thing out, light it, and start burning at your feet.
I can just step out of it, right? I'm at the edge of the web.
Yes, you could. Although, okay, so here's the thing. There's a very little space in between. Shit, I've still got the bomb on. Hold on. Sorry. So
yeah,
right there,
there's into the line of fire of the archer.
well,
Sure.
there's a little spot between the wall and the web. You could squeeze into there, but squeeze rules would apply. You could step out to here, this square right here, which would be much more room, no squeeze rules, but that would well, he's on op fire, so if you step out there, he's gonna fire.
If I go to here in your squeeze rule, what is the squeeze rule?
Squeeze rules are such. Hold on, let me fetch them.
Half speed.
Grappling.
So squeeze target becomes no, that's wrong.
you grapple the wall and you can't break free.
Combat. In some cases. Hold on a sec. Squeeze. In some cases, you may have to squeeze into or through an area that isn't as wide as you would like. Each move into or through a squeeze base counts as 2 squares, so difficult terrain. You take a -4 penalty on attacks and a -4 penalty to AC.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want that then.
Well, he still can't. He still can't get that. Being right there in the squeeze is you're still safe from the arrow. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah, but I'm safe from a friggin' arrow. All right, I'm standing out here. Take your shot,
Boom.
kid. Because
Takes
I'm
the
gonna.
shot. All right, he's taking the shot.
Take your best shot.
No, he's taking it.
Will you get rid of that yellow line too, Les? I'm terrible at getting rid of lines.
And my purple line too. This whole distance thing is not intuitive anymore.
These are really bad at this.
Oh, yeah, there's
nope,
one up here.
that's not right.
Yeah, get rid of that. Web's dispelled.
Dang it. Hold on. We got to get closer. We're stuck with it now. Bunch of line drawers. All right, here we go. Now we're back in business. Okay, so
He's taking his shot. I'm drawing my composite short bow.
he's going to take that shot. Ooh, 23.
That's a hit.
That
Damn
is
you.
a hit.
Wait. With bless.
Less doesn't affect your AC.
Yeah, like I said, that's a hit.
Oh, but it does give him
Prayer makes you -1 to hit.
Oh,
Less.
well, then
like
prayer.
even less.
Prayer gives. Hang on a second, because prayer harms the enemy.
Prayer gives them -1 to hit.
If they're within
Everybody call on the other line. Let's figure out how to screw the rest.
What?
prayer, if the enemy's within 50 feet of you and you cast it, they take a negative.
Okay, so
Okay.
you only rolled a 22.
They get a -1 to hit, -1 to damage, -1 to saves.
All right.
So they get the same negatives that we get positives.
So a 22 to hit.
22. No, it was not a hit. Sorry.
Your AC is what? 23?
No, it was 23. Then you gave me +3 plate armor. Thanks.
What? So even the 23 wouldn't have hit.
Correct.
So why are we doing
Yeah, I thought you said it was a hit.
I was misreading.
Oh, okay. All right. So the arrow goes strung and gets caught in the webs behind you.
I take it back. 23 would have hit, but I had a shield. But I'm thinking I would have taken my shield down because I'm about to, as I was declaring, I'm making a.
Oh,
a
you're
bow
switching
attack.
your weapons. That's right.
Right. So I am a 23 at the moment, but normally a 26.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it missed either way, and you can see him redrawing his bow, drawing another arrow for a second shot. But it is still Bardos and Fletcher's turn.
Wait, don't I get a shot? That's what I said
No,
earlier.
you had to use. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Well, no, wait a second. You moved. You drew
I moved
bow.
one.
I don't know that you would get a shot.
I moved 5 feet. That's
But
still
it's
going to
difficult
count.
terrain.
Oh my!
I'm moving out of difficult terrain.
You can't. Yeah, but I mean, you're still in it when you start, which means no 5-foot steps. So you have to expend a move action to get where you are.
Wait, I want my drow lawyer.
All right, let's do drow lawyer.
Yeah, you had to do a move action to get out of there, which means you got one action left.
And you have to pay court costs.
So my one action left is changing weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you'll be ready to. You can do a full attack action next turn.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Is anybody reminded of Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer from Saturday Night Live? I'm just a drow. Your surface world frightens and confuses me. I'm just a simple drow. All right,
Last night was pretty entertaining with the Michael Fletcher, Ben Stiller,
It was a good
Ben
episode.
Stiller, Michael Cohen.
What, a Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps looking all over the room. I'm right in front of you.
All right, so Fletcher and Bardos, what are you guys going to do?
Bardos is going to do enlarge person on Fletcher.
Ooh. Now, that being the case, does that mean that he is going to have to make another save because of the web? Because he's moving into the web because of his size.
I assumed he was going to be moving anyway to try to get out of there.
Technically, he's not moving; he's just getting bigger.
That's moving.
That's moving.
But if I make that now, do I still have to make one when I do move?
No. I would say it's all part of the same disgusting web movement.
Good, because I'm not planning to stand still. He's right. I'm going to move.
Okay. I would say I mean, one thing would stop. So it doesn't matter. Do you want to 16? That was your move?
That was me. No, that was me trying to get a 5-foot step out of the web.
Okay. That would be a success.
Oh, okay. Good.
So it's the web is DC 16.
Great. So I am there then. Right next to whatever evil thing that's doing all these things, I'm sure.
Okay.
The stink cloud moved.
And you casting the... No, it didn't. Oh, wait. It did. How did that happen?
I think it was an accident.
I think it was too. Hold on. It was about right there,
I
right?
think it was too.
Yeah, about there.
Okay. I think I bumped it. Sorry about that. All right. So Bartos, you move, but not before casting enlarge person on Fletcher. So Fletcher, you are now large. You grow. So you could do escape artist check or save versus the spell, reflex save, whatever you think is best. That's going to work either way. What is that?
Escape artist.
Escape artist. Nicely done. So you can move through the square, through the web. Where are you going to go?
Well, now that I'm big,
You're going to go back in the wind wall?
can I occupy the same? I can't occupy the same square as a bow.
No, the spiritual weapon, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not unless Lothar's willing to get rid of it.
Oh, you got room in there.
Yeah, right in front of Flashheart.
Right in front of the door.
I'm trying to go there. It's snapping the grid for me, but
Alt key. There you go. All right, so you're tucking yourself into that corner. All right, I'm thinking since you're entering that space, that the salamander and the front shear are going to get those attacks of opportunity that we talked about with the pole arms.
go right ahead.
Awesome, love it. All right, hold on, where's my salamander?
Especially
There
the
he is.
salamander is kind of reaching around the corner to do it, so you should probably get some cover from him.
Yeah, he'd get cover for that. That's a -2, I think.
Okay.
But the other guy got a free shot. So let's do the salamander first. See how much he
We
can.
both get -1, right?
Because of the
No.
prayer.
As a prayer.
Oh, because of the prayer, right? So -3 on the
-1 and -3.
salamander. So it's +11. Hold on a second. So the salamander is +11 normally, so that would get reduced to +8 to hit. What's your AC?
20.
Ooh, that's a successful stab, I think. A stabberoo. D8 +4. 4. 9 points of stab damage. And then the other guy with his halberd, he's at -1, right? Because he doesn't have the you don't have the cover
Correct.
there. So that's a D9. And that's a miss. So he misses you, but the salamander gets you with the thing as they're poking away at you guys. You trying to get away from them. All right, so you move to there.
But I can now attack the sheer demon.
You can, yes, absolutely. Or the salamander you could try and get at. But remember now they are on the other side of that barricade, so they're using it for cover. That's +4.
Can't you just go full barbarian
Well, see,
and pick
They're
up the
doing the same
barricade
thing.
and drop it
They're
on them?
reaching over the barricade, the same thing he would
Yeah,
be.
we would seem to be equal, right?
All right, yeah, okay, so 2.
All right. I take a -2.
They take you take a -2. They've taken a -2.
Just go full Conan and push the barricade on top of him.
Well, they're bigger than the barricade, though. That's the problem.
Sorry.
Not that squishy archer.
Okay, got it.
That's a tasty drink right there. Tropical boom boom there. 16. That was on the salamander or the shear?
The shear, and it's a 17.
It's a 17. That's still going to be a miss, sadly. AC 19 on the shears. So sorry about that. Good try, though, and you are now in position to get dumped a lot. And I think Bartos is already gone. All right, so that's it for everybody for this first so far round of tonight's. We'll go to the top of the order where we find Gato and Lothar. Now, Gato, I think you're still busy, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Lothar, what are you doing?
I'm going to use the spiritual weapon, but I'm going to do a... Now, looking at this, it appears as though the spiritual weapon has just as straight a shot. Doggone it, that was kind of off.
If you hit the Alt key, it will allow it to kind of...
Right, but at the archer guy with no cover?
Yeah, he could do it.
Okay, so I'm going to redirect to him.
Okay. $23. Let me check. Because these guys are not easy.
Easy like Sunday morning.
They are indeed not easy. 23 will hit, though, however.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage from that. How many more rounds has that guy got?
I believe 2.
Okay.
He was a cast just as we were quitting.
Yeah, he was fairly recent.
Okay. So he takes the arrow. He's like, oh, as he's trying to push his own arrow onto there. All right, cool. Lothar, you gonna move or anything? You gonna come downstairs, get into that stinking cloud or the web or something?
No, I think I'm good up here on the balcony.
You good? All right. Okay, so next is Storm and Illendar. Illendar, you've pulled out a deck of cards. Otto's kind of looking at him very kind of crazy, but the prisoner is like, oh, cards.
Yeah, so we start playing rummy.
Gotcha. Copper a point.
Storm's going to lift off.
Okay, into the air. So the room itself is pretty high up. The ceiling in here is probably 35 to 40 feet up.
Right. So you lift about 10 to 15 feet up, fly in this pattern, and basically come in and land right there.
Well, there's barrels there. She's going to land on the barrels?
Yep.
Okay. They've already gotten their attacks of opportunity. She's going to land on the barrels. Wait, no, I do get an attack of opportunity from the rearward shear, which he no penalties to him either for either cover or what have you.
Still not going to hit.
Probably not, but 19? No, it's not even going to be close.
No.
Okay, all right. What?
And then she's taking a single attack at the archer.
At the archer, okay.
Really? You're going to verm the kill of my spiritual weapon?
That's a hit. Not quite a verm, though. He bites him pretty hard. She's trying
to get a pounce so she can get in there.
Yeah, she's close. So he is bleeding profusely. Starting to look kind of pale, but he's still trying to wedge that arrow onto that bow one more time.
Somebody needs to verm something.
He's close. That was close. All right, so that was Storm. All right, my turn.
Wait. Did I already go this round then, or is this the same?
New round. You're at the bottom of this round.
Okay.
So at the top. So Gato and Lothar are high on the initiative list. Then there's the bad guys are in the middle, and then you Flashheart and Bartos are at the bottom.
I'm usually betting clean up here.
I'm going to stay up here on the balcony and play Statler and Waldorf. That was the worst attack I've ever seen. Well, it wasn't that good. That was great. Yay!
All right, so he's going to take a 5-foot step to here. And everybody, you know what? I think the salamander is going to continue to focus on Fletcher while the two shears are going to attack Storm. The archer is going to move 5 foot away and shoot at Storm, because obviously Storm is the biggest problem here. So first, the archer's arrow, 27. That's got possibilities.
That's going to miss by 1.
Missed by 1. Almost got him and nicked him. The unhealthiest shear attacks.
Doesn't he have to take a 5-foot step back?
Oh yeah, he would have to take a 5-foot step back. So to bring his thing better. So he does that and attacks nothing. The second shear, the one that it came up off to the left, 25, also just barely missed. So they are circling. The salamander is going to try and stab Fletcher again with his spear, which is now he gets the -2 there because of the various cover aspects. So he'll do that.
Did you take his bleed damage? He's got to die soon.
I'll put his bleed damage right now. He's still got it. He's still up. And a 16 to hit Fletcher, which I think is going to miss.
Oh, that's going to miss for sure.
That's going to miss. All right, so basically nothing. She's going to do that. All right, suddenly atop the barrel, surrounding Storm.
And actually, Storm doesn't have any vision because unless these are walls right here, Storm should probably be able to see a whole lot more.
Okay, I will put some vision on Storm. Hold on a second. Let me finish this here.
What the hell is that?
It's a swarm of insects.
Okay.
So that swarm surrounds. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this. Oops. Wait, hold on. All right. So shoot. That's not what I want. The movement things here. Okay. So let me give Storm a little bit of light here.
Storm should have 60-foot dark vision.
60-foot darko vision coming right up. All right, Stormaroo. Can you see?
Yep.
All right. So we've got a little Swarmaroo there that's on top of you. Hold on a second. All right. So swarm rules are.
It's like snack food for Storm, right?
Kind of. They're not. It's not always. Swarms are not great for anybody. So basically,
in the turn or whatever inside their area, you take damage.
You take automatic damage. So this is a swarm of flying, biting insects of some kind. So swarm takes, it does D6. So let's go ahead and roll that. So the swarm basically materializes right on top of Storm and does max damage, 6 points of biting damage. And I need a saving throw.
What kind?
This would be against poison.
So fortitude?
Yep. That will be okay. So no poison this time. Okay. All right, so that's that. Let me real quick do a thing here. No, she's going to stick. She's going to stick right there. Okay. All right, that's us. Flashheart, Bartos, and Fletcher. You guys are up. So Fletcher, you see that Storm is now engulfed in what looks to be some sort of cloud of insects.
And they came out of the barrel?
You're not sure. They just sort of were there all of a sudden. They might have been in the barrel.
Well, we know they have a caster over there somewhere, so.
Yeah.
Some
of the characters are overlapping. Which ones can I hit?
I'll tell you what. I think because of the 5-foot step well, no, only one. That guy moved. So what's your reach?
Probably salamander is the only one you can hit. Then
You can definitely hit the salamander. You can definitely hit storm. That shear, I think, is out of reach. He's farther than 10 feet away, and that one's definitely. So just the salamander.
Insects.
Unless you want to take a 5-foot step sort of next to the barrels, but then you're going to be perilously close to that swarm.
And get more attacks of opportunity.
No, they've done all their attacks of opportunity that they have for this round.
You want to think about it while I make my shot?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Les, I have it's well within my range, but do I have a straight shot with all these insects in my way?
So, kind of. You have a giant elven barbarian, a eidolon, a swarm, a barricade of barrels. What archery feats do you have? Do you have point blank shot even?
You know what we call that in the service? Tuesday.
Just another day in the Connemran Crusader army.
Okay. No, I don't have point blank shot. When's the last time you've seen me bring out a weapon? It's not radiance.
That's a good point. I don't know, man. I mean, there's like three different kinds of cover here. I think your best bet would be to take a 5-foot, because you're going to be squeezed though because of the space between the stinking cloud.
Can I ask a question that might help Flashheart?
Sure.
The equivalent of bull rush. If I remember correctly, you can bull rush something into something else. Can I, with all my strength, especially going into a rage, especially now that I'm enlarged, just plow those barrels into?
That was my suggestion. I called it the "Hey Kool-Aid Man" maneuver, but you can call it whatever you like.
I don't see why not. I mean, you could certainly try.
You know what? Even if it fails, you'll be a hero of song and legend.
All right, so let's take a look at Bull Rush here real quick.
Pleasure versus the 9 barrels.
That's going to be your new nickname, is 9 Barrel.
Hey,
all right.
you guys.
Bull Rush. All right, you can make a Bull Rush as a standard action or as part of a charge in place of a melee.
What if I push Fletcher even faster from behind?
So essentially, it's a combat maneuver. If your attack is successful, you push the thing back 5, and for every 5 by which your attack exceeds your opponent's CMD, you can push the target back an additional 5 feet. So the problem here is not whether you can do it. The problem here is assigning a CMD to a barrel. I'm assuming that would be – they're specifically set up to do that. They're pretty massy. I'm going to say the CMD here is 15.
Okay.
So you can bull rush that. You would use a combat maneuver check. So you would add you roll a d20 and add your combat maneuver bonus, and that's going to tell you how much you're going to be able to move that. Now you will. So here's the thing: are you going to try to avoid going into the swarm?
That would be ideal.
All right. So which means that you're essentially trying to
this barrel right here.
Yeah, you're moving you're moving a space like right here, which I think you can do, but it's not gonna destroy the entirety of the thing. It's gonna move those barrels, and they are sort of, so this whole group of barrels is sort of strapped together too. So what it might do is actually sort of lever it sideways. If you push it, it won't push it backwards. It'll push it off to the side like a door almost.
Okay, I'd agree with that. That still sounds good to me.
Yep.
Make sure you make a bloodthirsty scream as you do so.
So I'm planning to go into rage to do this to make sure, but you said, what would you say that it's going to be?
Yeah, I saw your message. I'm checking to see if they have the appropriate feats, which they do not. So they've already done it, Gatto.
Oh.
Every one of them has already done it this round.
Okay.
So all right. So what were you saying, Dan?
What did you say the DC check was going to be because the barrels are inanimate?
15.
Okay.
You got this. Can I do an assist on it to help him with that?
I actually may not need you to. I may not even need to rage.
I'll tell you what, if he pushes that open so that somebody could get past him, you might be able to run in that room.
Yeah, my CMB is normally 12. Enlarged, it's already up to 13. Do I get a +1 from either prayer or bless?
That's a good question.
They can roll a 2.
Yeah, it's an attack action. Yeah.
It's an attack action, so yeah.
But one's always a failure anyway.
Okay, so yeah, as long as I don't roll a 1. Oh, I should.
Right.
Well, it's not about failure here. I mean, he's going to almost certainly he's going to be able to push those barrels. Right now, we're talking about how far is he going to push them?
Yeah, how far and yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, then I will rage. Give myself an extra +2.
Okay. So what's your total bonus here?
16.
16. All right. So let's see what you roll. 21. So 21 is so according to the rules, you would push those barrels. It's over 5 more, so you would push them 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to hold on. Let me figure out what 10 feet is. 10 feet is going to basically move that straight down. Hold on a second. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do.
Crush the archer.
Stop. You little wiener. All right, so basically you move, and I tell you what, give me a quick reflex save from Storm, because the barrels are now moving.
He flies, doesn't he?
But he was sitting on the barrel.
He was sitting on the barrels.
All right.
Okay, no problem there. All right, so yeah, you pushed forward into here, avoiding, I'm going to say, boy, it's hard to avoid those swarms. It's going to be about right there. Basically reach over there and just like give them a shove, and the barrels sort of scooch back into the position that they are now.
Okay.
And the salamander's like, "Rah!"
And then since that was my attack action, that's all I can do.
That's all you can do. All right, so Bardos and Flashheart.
All right, so Bardos, you want to go or you want me to try? You're on the other side of the web there.
He is. He's sort of trapped over there, isn't he?
I'm going to cast invisibility, Les, and then I'm going to move this door and try to keep moving and open it if it's not locked.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me mark you as invisible. That's our bloody eye, isn't it? Where's our bloody eye? We don't have a bloody eye anymore? What the hell? Oh, here it is. There you go. All right, you cast invisibility, just regular old invisibility on yourself, and you go to that door. What are you going to do? Check it for, well, I guess you wouldn't have much time to do any of that, would you?
I'm going to try to keep moving. If it's open and I can open it, I'm going to keep moving. If not,
it's closed.
But I mean, is it locked? Can I open it?
The door, it is unlocked.
Okay, so I assume I can keep walking and can include that in the move action.
Well, the door, you have to stop and pull the door open, which is more than your movement. Well, you know what? You can do that as your final thing.
Okay, so I'll be there.
You're going to open that door. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and take that out. Doink. All right. So do you see what I see?
I do.
Okay, so basically what you see is a guy, he's about 5 foot back from the door, he's kneeling down, he was obviously on some sort of op fire, he sees the door open and he's looking like this, but he can't see anything. So he's kind of looking for a target, but he can't see you because of the invisibility, but he knows that the door has opened.
All right.
It's another one of those Ivory Templar guys.
Right.
All right, so you do that. Flash arts.
All right, you mentioned that I could do some chargey action right here, right?
You can't charge because Fletcher's in the way, but you can move into the room. You can go past him and move into the room.
All right, well, let me ask you this. I'm holding a bow in my hand, which is going to be completely useless while going in the room, so I can let's follow me through this here. I cannot draw my weapon and go in the room at the same time, or I can?
So here's what you can do. You can throw down the bow, and as part of your move action, you can draw radiance. So at the same time you're moving, you're drawing. So that at the end of a single move action, you will have radiance out and can do a single attack.
All right, so
but you have to leave your bow in the other room.
Yeah, the bow gets drawn.
The other option is I go into the room and then I grapple somebody with my razor armor on. but grappling has not worked for me once in this.
Good
I'm
point.
a little hesitant.
Okay.
You're due.
Yeah.
Hey, can you do a bull rush and get the spikes to do damage?
I can't do a bull rush if Fletcher's in the way, right?
Yeah, not if Fletcher's in the way. No.
We'll try that another time. All right. Who deserves to die the most? The salamander?
Well, the salamander right now is probably the only guy that you can attack.
All right. Well, allow me to free him from the mortal coil.
To retort. All right, go for it. Roll.
Introduce myself.
Sally.
Boom.
Here's your roll, bud. 24, that's a hit. Radiance comes down.
He's dead.
We don't know. He can roll.
Gotta be. What's he got? 2 hit points left?
15.
Well, he certainly doesn't have 15 hit points left. So he does fall backwards, and as Radiance comes by and chops him in half.
That's still my kill.
And the two halves are squiggling around. The blade falls to the floor. This shear looks at you and is like, ah, and begins whirling his halberd around. He cannot attack this time, but he looks like he's wanting to.
As a free action, I say, wait your turn, fiend.
Excellent.
Don't worry, little brother. There's more.
All right. That's from 13th Warrior, isn't it?
Oh, what a brilliant movie.
That is a great movie. That's one of those great unsung movies, too.
Man, don't you wish you could go out doing your final monologue like that?
It was a good day.
A man would consider his life well lived if someone would draw the words of his story.
What are the ceiling heights in this new room we've gone into?
Much lower. Probably something along the lines of 14 feet.
Okay.
But a lot of interesting things going on in here, frankly. All right, so he falls back to the top of the order. Gatto and Lothar. Gatto, what are you going to do? Lothar, I think this is the last round for your arrow, spiritual weapon.
Right, and I'm going to shoot. I'm going to redirect and shoot at the most injured sheer demon.
Ooh, smelling a vermithril attempt. Ooh, that's a hit. Let me check him. He has 7 hit points left.
It's a vermithrilla.
Oh,
no! Good try.
He shoots Fletcher in the back.
There.
No, that was damage. So he hit fairly well, just didn't do a lot.
Oh,
He just didn't do a lot. Yeah, minimum damage. Did not get the vermithril. At some point on the website, we may have to put a vermithril count.
Yeah.
As people go and take each other's kills. See who's in.
I think we have to have a little homage to Tom too, right? And then have the counter below.
And the point though is, I don't think that would have been a vermithril because I think I'm the only one that's hit it.
That could be. That could be your
so
kill.
What's going to happen is someone else is going to vermithril it next round.
Right. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, they'll get the point. In fact, tell you what, we're going to start keeping vermithril counts tonight. This is a great idea. We're going to be posting them on the website and for everybody.
Well, start
and
off.
highest vermithril gets an artifact.
Start off adding the salamander.
What are we going to do?
Start off adding that salamander.
All right. Oh, that was a flash heart vermithril, wasn't it?
That was a flash heart vermithril.
Okay, hold on.
After all of Gatto's hard work.
Now, case in point, let's say this wounded archer runs away and trips and breaks his neck. Is that a self vermithril?
That would be a self vermithril, yeah. Or if he falls on an arrow point, like into his lung or something. Okay, so all right. So Lothar, you gonna move at all? I feel like it's time for you to come down.
No, sir. I'm good with my Statler and Waldorf impressions up here.
Kind of going. Right. So Gatto, you've come out the other side of the stinking
I took a deep breath and ran through there.
Okay. Still got to make a save. Sorry to say.
It's a will save, isn't it?
It is, I believe, a fortitude save, but let me make sure. It's DC. Oh, that didn't work out nearly as well as we'd hoped.
It's a DC doesn't matter.
It's a fortitude save. You are now nauseated for 1d4 rounds. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and roll those as you are Oh, so
We
one
both
round.
rolled
Next,
one.
next round, you have to have a little bit of barf, and then you're going to be okay again.
Okay.
All right, man. It's that silk shirt you're wearing over your leather armor. You guys are going to need 2 showers after this is okay. Storm's turn. So Storm, you are still in the swarm, which will deliver another D6 worth of points to you next time. What are you going to do about it? You going to try and kill that guy? So here's a question: Who was the guy who first got that guy?
Mike, you're muted.
I think that was Farina, actually.
Was that Farina? So this was a
Jordan.
Storm versus Farina Vermithrel. If Storm gets him now, Storm, what are you doing? You flying over him?
Flying over him, landing behind him. And since that was a move action, you just get a single attack.
Go for it.
And if you wanted to, he's got a ranged weapon.
Does the swarm follow
He's
you?
got a
or
ranged
what?
weapon. Yeah,
He might get an attack opportunity, but he's got a ranged weapon.
he's got a ranged weapon. He's still got the longbow in his hand.
And I think several people have done damage to this.
And these are actually +2 because of the bless and the prayer.
All right, hold on. Let me check on this one. So +2, so you roll a 19.
Yeah.
AC 20.
Okay.
Miss! He's still alive. Farina, your kill is still belongs to you for the next 2 to 3 seconds. All right, so that was Storm. My turn. So first things first, this swarm is just going to go right over the top of both of these guys.
Hey, Les?
Yeah?
Just in case that's a summon swarm,
Yep.
have you looked at what happens?
When somebody gets in a swarm, yeah, they get eaten.
No.
They get stung to death.
That's a fire and forget. The caster has no control over where it goes.
Well, it's following Storm because that's where it was originally targeted at. But the problem is that
it goes after the closest thing if it doesn't have anything inside it.
You might need to randomly roll.
Well, the closest thing would be Fletcher.
Well, those demons are pretty close too.
Not as close.
Pretty close.
I think.
Not if you move them back there.
Well, it was right. It was right
where
there.
they were.
So it's right there. So the closest things are Fletcher and Flashheart, not the demons.
This sheer demon's halberd is practically in their square.
Well, yeah, but a halberd it's a meat.
I would
But
say
look where's
Flashheart, Fletcher, one of the demons, and the guy are all about a half square away from this thing.
Well, now wait a second. It says if this is a summoned monster and summoned under a monster as a monster, I don't know that.
I'm just saying if it's a swarm.
Hold on. Let me look at summoned swarm. Let's take a look at this. All right. So you summon a swarm which attacks all other creatures in its area. If no living creatures are within its area, the swarm attacks or pursues the nearest creature as best as it can. The caster has no control. Okay, so that is legit. So I think, all right, we've got. So Storm and the Archer are the farthest away. Fletcher, Flashheart, and this shear are probably the closest. So let's do this. We'll roll a d6. 1 to 2, my shear. 3 to 4, Flashheart. 5 to 6, Fletcher. Fair?
Yep.
That's Fletcher. 5 to 6, Fletcher.
2 out of 3.
All right. Fletcher, swarm jumps on you, and you are now surrounded by biting insects. You take 3 points of damage.
Run into the stinking cloud.
As you are bitten and are choking with it. You're like, oh, they're everywhere.
I think that just enrages him further, doesn't it?
Enrages Fletcher? I don't know that he needs any additional help.
Hey, Les.
Yeah.
I'll throw another kink in there.
Yeah.
I know if I were to set foot in that room, I'm taking D6 of fire damage per round.
Yes.
I'm thinking that swarm would probably take, and since it's an area effect, that swarm should probably be taking D6 per round.
That's a good. That's an excellent point, and it will take D6 of heat damage. It's not. It's fire damage, but it's technically heat.
Right.
It takes max 6 points. All right, so there we go. As Fletcher, you see the ones that are in the room crisping up and falling to the ground as they think. The Archer takes sides 5 feet towards the barrels, turns, whirls, shoots at Storm.
Pointless.
Misses. That'll probably be the last thing that he does too. That shear there is far enough away from Flashheart where he's going to attack with his halberd. Ooh, 25. Is that a hit?
To me?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it a second. So, it normally wouldn't hit. However, I dropped a bow and drew radiance, which I would assume did not mean I grabbed my shield and
You did not.
Yeah,
All right,
probably
so
didn't.
then
You would not get your
a
shield.
25 would hit. Just wanted to walk through it with you.
Ooh, I like it. All right, so 25 to hit with the halberd. Where is it? Okay, D10 plus 4. And then I will also need a fortitude save from you after I roll damage. Hold on a second. Let me do this first.
Why a fort save?
Yeah, you need a fort save.
For what? Sorry.
13 points of damage, and as the time slows and you see the halberd slowly crash into you to deal damage, you see that the halberd is covered with what looks to be some sort of saliva.
Okay.
And you remember vaguely when you first saw these shears that they gnaw on the blades of their halberds. And so a fortitude save is in order.
Iomade, I have an ouchie. 1 second for fort save.
Yeah, pray
prayer-
like that and see how that works for you.
Prayer adds 1, right?
Yeah, prayers plus 1.
On saves, yeah.
One and save, yeah.
Make sure I do this right. Okay, sorry. I was about to double my fort. Never mind. There we go. Oop. One more.
Oh, natty 20! You wipe off that gross saliva real quick, and you think you're okay. The other shear, what is he gonna do? So he is going to actually, you know what? He is gonna enact a powerful charge against Storm. So he's going to turn around and point his halberd in a different direction and basically put his head down where you see these horns, and he is going to charge into Storm and try to gore him. Whoever. Did we ever decide? Is Storm a dude or a chick?
Storm's a female.
Storm's always been a girl.
A girl, okay. He's going to try and gore her with his powerful charge. 21. Gonna miss.
By a lot. He runs right past her.
Well, he doesn't run past her, but he does miss her. He kind of whirls around, and you see her serpentine neck kind of like get out of the way of this.
Actually, she just kicks her head sideways and raises an eyebrow, like, what?
He's like,
Really?
I see that halberd coming back around for a strike. And then what is she gonna do? She's going to do that. Okay, so Bardos, what's your caster level? Okay. Did he say what his caster level was? Gordon, we can't hear you, dude.
6.
6 caster level. Okay, so all right, so okay, so DC 17. What's her? 1 second. She is 7. All right, so D20 plus 7. 21. All right, so Fletcher. You're normal size again.
Wait, what?
You're normal size again.
Spell magic on you.
Why?
Somebody cast Dispel Magic on you and got rid of the enlargement. Frankly, it just makes you angrier. But at this point, there's nothing there. All right, so I got one more guy. Bardos, you see this guy looking around. He's going to take a step back and fire down his arrow down the thing. So you are invisible. So you have total concealment, which is a 50% mischance. So he's going to fire his arrow anyway, which is this. All right, so that would normally be a hit, but he has a 50% mischance. So I'm going to roll a d6, and I'm going to say high. Hey, there it is. He hit you.
Why wouldn't you? You've been rolling high all night, you bastard.
That's true. He nails you with an arrow for 8 points of damage. Longbow arrow. Shunk. And he's like, you can see him smile. He's like, and he's getting ready to shoot again. Now you are still invisible, but he feels like you get the impression from the smirk on his face that he feels like he's got your number. All right. Flashheart, Bardos, Fletcher, you guys are up. What is the dealio, gentlemen? What are you going to do next? Come on, guys, you can do it. There's got to be something you want to do.
Okay, sorry, I was on mute. I'm stabbing this demon who just stabbed me.
Okay, you're gonna stab. You're gonna 5-foot step into there.
Do I need to?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's close, but it's not that close.
How about there? Or
there?
There.
Yeah. Well, you can't go there. So
What
yeah.
there?
So,
Where do you want me? You want us to be kissing? Is that what you want?
no, this is. Hold on a second.
No kiss.
This right here would be fine, I think.
All right, fine.
Now there's a big body there, so that. I don't think that counts technically as a 5-foot step. So that might draw an attack of opportunity. I think you could probably dance around the body of the.
All right.
So go ahead.
The question: do I have time to unsling my shield before I make without drawing an attack of opportunity?
That would be a move action, but if he's only taking
your shield out.
But if he's only taking a 5-foot step,
then I have a move action.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do a 5-foot step. You could pull the shield out and get a single swing with the sword.
Which is what I will do. Normally I wouldn't, but that toxin hurts. All right. Die, monster.
Ooh, that's a solid hit. All right, he has 3 hit points left.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's going down.
I don't want to roll it.
Go ahead and roll it.
There we go.
12 points. All right. So he goes down in a pile of smoldering demon chunks. But
I will spit holy saliva on him.
Is that a second vermithril for Flashheart?
It is.
And who did he steal this from?
Me.
Hat trick.
All right, here we go. Flashheart, vermin it up. All right, what about you, Fletcher? What about you, Bardos? Now, Bardos, you're still invisible, but you've got a fresh arrow sticking out of you.
Yeah, I'm going to do something that I don't know I've ever done before. I'm going to activate my nanites, which makes me glow, but because I'm invisible, that doesn't really matter.
The invisibility would supersede the nanites, yeah.
Which basically it's going to give me a +9. And what I'm going to use that for is to move through, to do a double move. Let's see.
Oh, yeah?
Well, to get...
Are you going back into the web?
Yes.
It is. All right. So you're going to...
+9 is the save to get through the web, basically.
The nanites are giving you a +9 on the save?
Yep.
Okay. So the DC on that is 16.
Okay, so all I got to do is...
Now remember that very close. Now remember that the entirety of that web is difficult terrain. So the squares are doubled. So are you able to get all the way through there even with a double move?
Normally I would move 60, so I was here. So.
Oh, you move 60 in a round?
Well, double move.
Oh, in a double move, right, 30.
Yeah. So let me see here.
All right, so yeah, it would be like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can get through? Even with the difficult terrain?
Oh, wait a minute. So difficult terrain is double.
Double.
And where was at?
You were right in the doorway, I think, like right here.
Okay.
So let's
So 15, so say 20 is not difficult terrain. So that gives me another 5. And then I need, so I get 15 after that. So 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay, so you can get to like, yeah, I think one, you can either get to the squeeze, I think you can get to the squeeze area.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do that. I'm going to go to the squeeze area.
Right there. That gets you out of there in one round. Otherwise, you're going to have to re-roll it again.
All right.
So how long did the nanites last?
Oh, it's just a one-time thing.
One-time thing. Okay. Once per day or something like that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, but it gets you through. Fletcher, you're back to normal size. You don't like this.
5, 10, 15.
20, 25.
No, that's where I'm moving to.
And you're
Okay.
flanking.
And then attacking this guy. And I should get flanking, correct?
You should indeed. Ooh, that's a hit.
I'm not enlarged, so I go back to my regular damage. But I am still raging.
So you guys, this particular shear is fresh as a daisy.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it depends.
He's a 26
Oh, 26 points. Hold on a second. I got to check and see. Do you have anything that can get through damage reduction?
He's my sword is aligned good, so if he's
Aligned good. Perfect. Okay, that will count. So 26 points. Ouch. So he whirls around. He is massively pissed off at you for hitting him. He didn't know he's like, where the hell does this guy come from? But yeah, you give him a nice slash across the back.
And then I growl at his face.
Growl, man, screw you, dude.
And then I'm finding this damn spellcaster.
All right. All right, so that's that. Top of the order. Here we go. Gatto and Lothar. Gatto, you are busy barfing this round.
I am sick for this round.
You are sickened. What about you, Lothar? What are you going to do? You're sick of the entirety of the proceeds, but it is not driving you to vomit yet.
I believe I'm just going to pause, do nothing.
You can do nothing? Okay. Storm. You got flanking. Or you got that guy. You'd have to take a 5-foot step to go kill the archer who has,
Actually,
let me just check. He has 2 hit points left.
You know what?
And Storm, you missed him last time, which was kind of embarrassing for you. I felt a little bad for you.
I think she's going to full attack on the big guy.
Okay.
And then she's going to end her turn by taking a 5-foot step to right
Oh, smart idea.
right there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then you get the attack of opportunity if the archer shoots.
So these are all at +2.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to the non-confirmed, it's not a confirmed fumble.
Right. So then she just steps up to there and she's done.
Just a 5-foot step. Okay.
Yep.
Shit, that means it's my turn. He is stuck. That boy is in a bad way. All right, so he's going to shoot. Boy, he's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to shoot at Fletcher and take the attack of opportunity, which will probably kill him. Yes, it does kill him, but he will get the shot off.
No, he doesn't.
He does too.
No, he doesn't.
Uh-huh.
The attack of opportunity interrupts it.
When? All right, it does. Yeah, so he pulls his bow, begins to shoot at Fletcher, and apparently Storm bites him right in the throat as he does so, and he falls to the ground. Now, who initially attacked him?
I think that one's
think that
been
was
attacked
Chuck.
by several people, but it was originally attacked by Farina.
Ah, that's right. So
Okay,
Storm takes one from Farina.
I don't know if it counts as a verm if multiple people have hit it.
Who else hit him?
Farina hit him. I hit him once.
You hit him once? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that counts. If it's a multiple,
It's a communal kill.
It's a party kill, yeah.
All right, so we're taking that vermin thrill away from Storm.
Unlike the umpteen rounds I shot that stupid sheer demon to have Flashheart running there with his big shiny
Doing the Lord's work.
All right, he dies closest to the swarms. Bardos.
The ladies' work.
It jumps on him.
But Bardos is invisible, though.
To a swarm, though, is he?
It doesn't matter. Not to a swarm.
Matter to a swarm.
Let me check.
Did I have scent?
They might. I got to look.
It's anything in that square. It's just biting at anything.
But he's not in the square. It would move,
He's not
it's
in
going
the
to move
square.
towards him.
Oh, it wouldn't move towards him if that's what you're asking. It would move
That's what
somewhere.
we're asking.
Oh, hold on.
Where would it move to?
Well, that's a great question right there. So
Flashheart.
probably either Fletcher or Flashheart. But hold on. Let me see. I got to check out swarm traits and see if they can.
Sense.
If they can, they have tremor sense. What does that do?
He didn't run, so.
Senses vibrations can. So it senses it's sensitive to vibrations in the ground. It can automatically pinpoint the location of anything that is in contact with the ground. So that, I think that counts.
Yeah.
I think that counts. So it can see him, which it means it does move to him, which means it does do max damage, 6 points, as it swarms around Bardos.
And it takes another D6.
And it takes another D6. I hate that you remember that. 4 points of heat damage as it's slowly cooking itself to death, attacking you guys.
Does that have to make a save for the web too, since some of it's in there?
I would think not. It's insects, so I think it's
which spiders kill easily.
Spiders catching webs.
It's sort of the natural order of things, dude.
That's
Actually,
good point.
that's probably not a bad tactic. Run into the web, and you might get caught, but I think they will too.
Let me see.
Because I think Les was about to say insects can't be caught in webs. I had to shortcut that. I had to nip that in the bud.
I don't know. I don't make the rules, man. All right, let's take a look at swarm subtypes. Slashing, piercing are never staggered. Okay, they cannot be tripped, grappled, or bull rushed, and they cannot grapple an opponent. Since they can't be grappled, they are essentially immune to the web.
I'd like to file an official declaration of shenanigans.
That's what it says. That's a
There's
swarm.
a beautiful
Let's see.
species of
Insects are
arachnids
immune to webs.
that make their living that way.
Well, I'm just telling you that's what it says. They are immune to being grappled. Webs grapple things. This is what I'm telling you. Probably what happens is you got a portion of these creatures are being sort of swarming around the web, and a few of them are being caught, but the bulk of the swarm is not.
Right, not enough to make a difference.
To make a difference to it from a swarm point of view.
Before next weekend, I will find you a nature video that shows that you're lying.
Great, that'd be great. Could you,
Here, tsetse flies trying to fly through this tree. Oh.
That's fantastic. So I only accept nature videos that start out like this.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do what?
You guys hear it?
I'm not the only one that knows what's coming.
Brought to you by the Mutual of Omaha, right?
Brought to you by Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Would you accept anything that's narrated by David Attenborough?
I would. That would be acceptable.
Okay, there we go.
In the eyes
What was the name of the guy always jumping out of helicopters to wrestle alligators or whatever, like Jim or whatever?
Not Steve Irwin.
No. In the original Mutual of Omaha thing, he had an assistant who did everything difficult, dangerous, and I think his name was Jim.
Yeah, like Jim has a death wish.
National Geographic's Wild Kingdom. Love it. All right. So they are there. Bardos gets chewed. What else have I got he's going to stay there. All right, so I guess I got to determine what the shear is going to do. He's going to take a 5-foot step this way, and I think he's off a storm. I got to be honest with you. I think he's going to attack Fletcher because Fletcher just laid him open from behind.
And he's about to kill him.
20 to hit?
Was that with the -2?
No. So 18 to hit?
Miss.
Miss. Okay.
So sorry, -1. -1, but still it's a miss.
Boom. And but she's gonna do.
She of the infinite spells, who we can't find.
Boop. She's gonna do that. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. That's me. Flashheart, Bardos, Fletcher.
Do we know what this is that we're seeing here, Les?
No, you don't know yet. We haven't even got a really good look at it.
Okay.
It looks so. Give me a perception check. I'll describe it to you.
Okay. Hold on.
Can I try to? I'm going to try a perception check too.
Okay. Flashheart with 23. Fletcher with 22. All right, so basically...
Wait. Fletcher rolled 2d6.
Oh, wait, that's not as good.
That's an amazing... there we go.
26. All right, so both of you would kind of like look over at this thing, and it's a very curious thing. First of all, you see what look to be sort of cracks in the flags, the stone of the floor. So and under these cracks, this reddish glow is coming out. And in the center, it's sort of like... You know those old sort of physics demonstrations where you put the bowling ball in the middle of a mattress and everything sort of curves down towards the bowling ball, and it's a demonstration of how gravity works, kind of thing for math. In the middle where you see the blue, it's sort of the stone sort of curves downward towards that blue area in that similar kind of thing. Like there's some sort of gravity pulling it down. And it bends that way, and you can see that all these cracks sort of like flow downward towards that blue area.
Not good.
Does it look like it's expanding while we're standing here?
It does not, at least with the perception checks that you guys rolled.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you guys are up.
Howdy.
All right, stepping up forward, going to try and finish this guy off.
Yes, sir.
That's a hit. So if you kill him, that's technically a hat trick because that would be Fletcher's kill. 11 points, not enough.
Oh, well, too bad for him. I also get a second attack now.
Oh, you do you?
No, you don't.
You 5 foot step.
5 foot step. Okay. Never mind.
No, you got a 5 foot step. You get the second attack.
No, he took more than a 5 foot step.
That was more than
he did? I thought it was just a 5 foot step.
I was right here. I think I was right here, wasn't I?
Oh, okay. So you just get the single attack. Well, he's hurting. Radiance pierces through, and he's like, and this like gooey blood and kind of is coming like this mucusy looking blood is kind of pouring out of him, and he's like,
make your peace, demon.
Bardos and Fletcher.
Well, obviously, I'm going to finish that guy off.
No, don't do it.
Fight the swarm. Fight the swarm.
I'm just trying to remember my numbers. 2, 3, 4, 10, 12. But I'm not flanking anymore. Ooh.
No, you're not.
All right, there you go.
That's a miss. Also, you needed a 5 foot step in there to get close enough to him.
Okay, but I get 2 attacks because it only took a 5 foot step.
Ah, that's true. So 28 will hit. I think with his current hit point load, he's going to die a sad and lonely death. Yes, he does.
Huzzah.
He drops it, and you give an elbow to Flash, and like, out of the way. You know hat trick.
Good try, buddy.
And he goes down. Storm looks at you both. Is like, guys, come on, leave me something to eat, would you? All right, Bardos, what about you? That swarm is still bedeviling you.
All right. I'm going to move to there. Are these doors closable?
They are.
Oh, good idea.
I'm going to close them.
You're gonna close the doors. Okay, both doors, or
Yep.
Yeah. No, just one, and let him come the
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to. Make any judgments as to what he's doing. All right, the doors close. Lothar, you see the doors close. And I'm going to draw a quick line here so you guys can see that.
Actually, just a quick question, a legitimate question. Do I? Because if this stinking cloud's still here, I can't see them.
That's right. You don't see it. No.
I think he's waiting for someone to scream, "Help us, cleric!"
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear the familiar ring of medic.
But you haven't heard yet. You can't see it, so I guess you would.
Or the familiar call of dead bodies laying everywhere.
All right, those doors. You pull those doors closed. All right, so there's that. That's the end of that round. Gato and Lothar. Gato, you're done barfing.
I draw my grandfather's blade and open this door.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. You look in there. Hold on, let me open the door for you. Oops. All right, you look in there and you see what appears to be a small circular room. It doesn't seem to contain much of anything. There is a small table, a few tools, a small rack with various kinds of like blacksmithy tools, maybe a hammer, that kind of stuff. But you don't see any like people or anything.
Okay. Hide until the swarm dies.
Okay, you go in, or are you just checking it out from the doorway, Gato?
I'll go in and examine it.
Okay, so you go in that room. Okay, and just take a look around. Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty mundane. There's a few tools. These are,
right.
I mean, you're nobody's idea of a blacksmith, but these strike you as being like smithing tools.
Okay,
hammers, chisels, a bellows bag, that kind of thing.
That's it for me this round.
All right, cool. And Lothar, what are you going to do? Can't see the door shut, but you still have a turn.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen, make sure I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm hoping at some point that these vision obscuring spells will eventually go away.
Okay. All right. Storm. You don't see anybody to fight anymore. The demons and the salamander are down. The Templar archer's down. All you see is over there, over the top of those are another stack of barrels.
Okay.
There are a couple of them set up over there.
He's going to take one move action to move over to right here.
Okay.
To look behind them.
Okay.
Come
on. Roll me a perception check.
Come on.
Good job.
This is +1, so 12.
12.
See the stairs.
Yeah, I don't think you would. I don't think you can see anything.
Okay. And that's pretty much the extent. She's just looking in there, and
I mean, well, let me rephrase. You see what you see.
Right.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's Storm. My turn. Okay, she is going to do that. So for her, all right, Storm, you see, coming around that corner down those steps there, coming up from down there, you see, as Bob would call it, 3 gleams of light come shooting around the corner and slamming into you for 10 points of damage. Magic missiles come roaring around from back there. Now those steps go downward.
Okay. Storm calls, message for you, sir.
All right, that's him. What is he?
You shall not have died in vain, noble Storm.
He's gonna go there.
I think I'm going to be okay.
I've been mortally wounded.
Okay. He's gonna go there. I'm running out of guys. Okay, so Flashheart, Bardos, Fletcher. What do you guys do? I don't know. Fletcher and Bardo, or Fletcher. Actually, Fletcher. All you guys.
Did the storm? Did
give me
the
a
storm
perception.
take another D6 on your turn?
You do a perception check.
Why would Storm take another D6?
The
The
swarm.
Swarm.
Oh, the Swarm. Yes. No, it did not. Oh, I forgot to move him. So who's closest? It's going to try it. Ooh, hold on. It's going to try and follow Bardos. Well, no, we can't really. Yes, it can because of. God damn it. Hold on. It is going to try and follow Bardos, but it's going to get over here on the thing, and it is not going to be able to follow. So it takes another 2 points of heat damage. As the insects slowly cook off. Bardos, you can hear those bugs rattling on the other side of that door, like as they're flying up against that door trying to get at you.
Okay. Doors holding. Great.
Yeah, no, they're not. They can't get in. Those doors are pretty well made. Those bugs are not going to be able to get in.
I don't think we
There
can
may be
split the
one or
party
two,
any better than we have
one or
already.
two coming under the bottom, but the swarm itself can't get in.
How many of us are in here? There's basically 4 of us. For all the warriors up front here, right?
Yeah,
No healers.
No healers.
Part-
Well, Flashheart, you could burst.
Yeah, I guess in
Lay
a
on
pinch,
hands.
I can burst. I can do a burst. I might do that in a second here. So, and Storm is chasing down the spellcaster.
I don't know what Storm's doing.
You
I got
saw
a
Storm
23
go there.
perception.
You saw Storm look around the corner, and then as she probably looked the other way, you probably heard something come up from the stairs and smack her.
Okay.
You certainly would have heard her give out a yelp.
I guess I'm going to make a run move to let's see, 9, 10, 15, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I run,
Actually, put yourself back where you were.
That seems very unfair for you to run down those stairs.
yes,
And then I would just use the measuring tape
yeah,
and just do it that way.
Okay.
So whatever your
Okay,
movement
so-
is.
I could run 50 feet, but I can't do anything when I get there. I can make myself a target of opportunity while somebody else can go polish off said spellcaster if that's indeed who's down here. Does that sound like a plan? Who's up next after me?
Me. And I can move more than you can, but again, I won't be able to do anything when I get there.
This seems to be a pretty accomplished spellcaster so far. So if he's down to magic missiles, maybe he's running low on juice. All
Maybe do the burst that you were thinking of first.
right.
You and Storm both need that.
Okay. Since I hardly ever burst, can somebody help me walk me through what I have to do here? I do have burst. Let's see, it's
3d6.
For a paladin, though?
I think theirs is the same as the clerics. They can just do it
Yeah.
less times.
Okay.
And it's
Doesn't-
3d6 with no pluses.
It's based on their level, though, which paladins are generally lower spellcasters or clerics or whatever.
Right.
Oh, that might be, yeah.
Let's see, I'm just trying to find it here.
Channel pause. Hold on a sec.
Don, you're good with paladins. What is it?
I'm looking at it. Channel positive energy. When a paladin reaches 4th level, it gains channel positive energy. This ability consumes 2 uses of lay on hands ability and uses her level as effective cleric level. So it's equivalent to cleric level when doing energy, but it chews up their lay on
Lay on
hands.
hands
hands.
twice as fast.
Which I have. So,
Yep.
so 3d6, is that I heard? Or 2d6?
3d6.
3d6. Because it uses your paladin level as a cleric level.
All right, one moment, please. Whoop, ignore that. Ignore that.
All right.
Let's just roll it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, let's see what I roll first before we ask Les to roll it. Yeah, Les, can you roll it, please?
That's pretty. I can, but you gotta take
Eight's not bad.
That's not terrible.
8's not bad.
All right.
Secure
8
light
points back,
for everybody.
You guys want me to do it, or?
Do it.
I leave that up to Flashheart. What do you think?
One less than a medium.
10.5 is mathematically the average.
I believe in Les.
All
The
right.
all-powerful Iomade. Let's put our fate in the hand of Iomade. Go for it, Les. Yeah.
11,
Oh, that's wow.
11 points. Got it. Worked. It worked that time. You know, I can't think of a time when you guys have asked me to roll that I've rolled worse than you guys did. It's coming though. I can feel it.
This is the
By the
power of
way-
faith, people.
Gordon, please make sure Jennifer knows that every time she's not here, Les rolls great and we all roll bad. And it's happening again.
Gordon,
Right.
just next time, just get a picture cut out of her, put her out next to you. Oh yeah, she's here.
Cardboard
Right.
cutout.
So I'm
All
going to
right.
burst, and then I'm going to take a move action. Put
Okay.
me right here. So 5, 2, right there.
Okay.
So basically out of the line of direct fire of something. Oh, sorry. What is on me? That's that yellow circle.
You're light.
That's your channel.
That's
Oh,
your
that's right,
that's
radiant.
your burst range.
That's
And probably
radiance.
the light
No,
range.
that's light from radiance.
I ask that every single week.
Yep.
Next week we're going to give you a different answer.
All right, yeah. I always think it's still Xano's zone of truth on.
It's so true. Hold on. I can fix this.
Paladin, Necromancer. It's easy to confuse the two.
All right, here we go. There you go.
I don't see any difference.
In your name.
So, is that one move for you, Fletcher?
No, that was a double move action.
That was, yeah, he burst first.
No,
Is
me.
that extra long name?
No, I'm talking about Fletcher.
Does it extra
Oh,
long
was
name
that
count
a
as
single move
encumbrance?
or a double move?
Double move.
Okay. So you see behind those barrels, there's another thing of barrels over there. And you see standing behind there is a woman, a tiefling woman, dressed
Like the Little Mermaid.
luxuriously. Silk, samites, very good looking. But you know, sort of in a Ice Princess of the North kind of way.
It's
She's
Elsa.
She's looking at you. She does not seem pleased at all to see you coming down those stairs.
I yell out, "Surrender or die, sweetie."
Sweet. Look, hon.
I am not happy with her right now. I will be condescending.
Okay. Now that's it for you. You've moved as far as you can.
Double move. That's all I can do.
All right, Gatto, Lothar, and Storm.
Surrender or die, sweetie.
Hey, Les, did I do anything? I usually go.
Oh, did you not do? What did you have? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Stop. Bardos' turn. I apologize.
And I'm totally unprepared, but let's see here.
That's why I skipped you, because I knew you wouldn't be ready.
He wasn't ready.
I'm gonna start casting summon.
Okay, you're summoning. All right.
He's summoning the anti-swarm.
He's summoning probably a fire elemental,
Swarm versus
which
swarm.
would make short work of that swarm. But all right, so all right, now we're at the top of the order. Gatto, Lothar, and then Storm afterwards.
Searching for secret doors.
All right, give me a roll.
Looking for the right.
25. You do not find any secret doors.
Okay.
All right. What about you, Lothar? What are you doing? You standing up there, sticking close to sticking to your knitting? Now so here's the thing, Lothar. You're standing up on that balcony. You can't see anyone. You can't hear anyone. frankly, you don't know where everybody is.
Just this little
Except for
buzzing
Illigar
insect
and
sound.
Otto and Siggy, we were behind. Honestly, I worry about how well the party's doing because you can't hear them. They may be all dead.
We probably are.
It is possible, but there serves no purpose for me to run down into the stinking clouded web.
I don't know. Feels right though.
Enjoy death.
All right, so
Now we're swarm.
you gonna stick close? Stay on the balcony?
Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am next to the elevator.
Okay. All right. Storm.
Okay. Storm can get to right here. Which square is she in? Is she in?
She's kind of in. Yeah, she's like right there.
Okay.
Actually, that's not fair. She's right there.
Okay. And Storm's going to get to right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a single move action, and then take a single swing at her.
Okay. It's a bite attack, right? When you do the singles, it's always a bite.
I don't know what I've got the thing set up to do. I think it's actually a claw is what I use for a single attack.
Okay.
It says it in the macro.
All right.
And this is a +2.
21. 21 is going to miss. Very close.
23.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right. The claw does hit her. Jesus.
It did say before we rolled.
Now, wait a second. You're well away from your cleric. How are you still getting bless and prayer and all that shit?
Well, bless is
There when it was
It
cast.
affects-
on you whenever it's.
Those are like a
where you were
mile
when
from
it was
your
cast.
cleric.
Yeah, but it sticks when it's cast. It goes
Yeah.
with them.
I don't know. That smells bad.
Kind of like bugs that can't be webbed.
Well, I don't know that that's a perfect analogy, but something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. So she takes 11 points of damage.
It's actually 12
Why?
from prayer.
Just rubbing salt in the wounds, aren't you?
All right.
There's some lemon juice to pour in that room.
Okay. So that's Storm. My turn. All right. They are going to take heat damage. So let's just go ahead and roll that. 2 more points of heat damage as the bugs slowly die away. And all right. So she's going to need to make a concentration check to cast a spell. First things first, she's going to move 5 feet. Then she's going to make a.
Actually, then she doesn't need to.
She still needs to make the concentration check, right? Or the spell messes up.
No, not if she doesn't.
Not
work
if
with
it's a standard
stat.
action.
She's not in the threatened square now.
Oh,
You can
what about
cast
the
it.
damage? We don't do
If
that.
it's a
Oh.
standard action, she doesn't have to.
Yeah, if it's a standard action, you don't have to.
It is. It is indeed a standard action, and she vanishes.
Ooh, boo, I say.
And then he's going to go. All right.
Storm's going to call out, she's invisible. Come cover these doors.
All right, so Storm, just a real quick thing. These double doors down here are open. It's like one of them is open.
Why can't she see out of them then?
Who?
Well,
Storm can't.
If they're open, Storm should see out of them.
Storm, any problems?
I can see through one of them, yeah.
Okay. Things have gone quiet in the dungeon.
All right, sorry. Just taking care of stuff. Okay, so that's it for me. Flashheart, Bardos, Fletcher.
Okay.
So, go ahead. Sorry.
I would have seen her go invisible or disappear.
Don't know that you would have. because there's another stack of those barrels right there.
How
And,
tall?
Are they?
well, give me a perception check. Storm
Oh,
certainly would have seen that. Flashheart definitely would not have seen that.
No, I'm behind a wall.
How's it
You
33?
did. You saw her step back from Storm, and
You kidding? With a 33, he still sees her probably.
he sees the air movement around.
All right, I'm just going to take a swing at that square then.
All right, take a shot. $24. Go ahead and roll 50-50.
Say high or low first.
I know. What do you think, Mike? I've been rolling bricks all night. I should probably go low.
I'm not even going to get into this.
I'll go low.
Oh.
Low. Okay, so yeah, the sword swings past and hits nothing. Buries in a barrel.
All right, here go, Flashheart.
Okay. I will come tromping into the room right about there.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 second. Yeah, I can't. I don't know what I get. I have one lame spell I can cast. Word of Resolve.
The lamer the better, my friend.
I basically just try to keep Fletcher from becoming charmed by this, this tiefling.
Okay, so you're going to cast it on Fletcher, and so what does Word of Resolve do?
Ally rerolls a save against charm or fear.
Okay, and you're going to cast it on Fletcher?
Yep. Storm's much more bulletproof than Fletcher is, or
When it
myself
comes
for
to
that matter.
charm, yeah. That is a barbarian's weakness.
Yeah, that's not a lame spell at all, assuming that somebody's trying to do that.
Steel yourself, brother, against the wiles.
You saw a pretty tiefling and said, "Oh no, Fletcher, come on!"
Fletcher!
I was around the corner. I heard, "Hey, sweet cheeks, drop your weapon."
And your trousers.
Okay. All right. I think so beyond that, I will just be on watch here,
Okay.
looking for pitter patter of tiny tiefling feet.
All right.
Does
Bardos.
Radiance pick up invisibility? In her holy light.
No.
Well, I'm going to talk to Iomade about that as a future power.
Give
Yeah,
me
you're giving me this nice magical sword that's powerful, more powerful than I should have. But could you make it do this too?
Could you make it better?
Yeah. I don't want me to sound ungrateful, but I'm totally.
From the
guessing
clouds
your
apart, it's like, you're sounding ungrateful down there. Cut it out.
I don't think Flashheart would care.
Just a flame strike. Wow.
All right. Bardos.
I need one giant worker ant. Plus.
Worker ant. I forgot about that. Okay.
Oh. He's his own swarm.
Right.
He's his own swarm. I'm writing that down.
Have you guys ever read Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman?
Yep. Well, I read the Dragonlance novels.
They had the high priest who did basically that ungrateful, give me more power type thing, and the gods opened up the sky and threw a mountain at him.
The
king priest.
Istar or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, threw a mountain at him.
Yeah.
That's going to leave a mark.
No, I
All right,
think
how
it's
many
that
hit
size.
points on that bad boy? Bardos, how many hit points does that ant have?
18? You hear me? 18?
18? I didn't hear it. I just now heard it, though. Okay.
Every time I see the ant, I always want to write it like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
All right. So the ant comes in. I'll give you control over it. There you go. All right, so you should be able to control that. You can place him anywhere within the spell range that you want.
Okay, so that's where he comes.
Okay.
I'm going to instantly have him start smelling.
Okay. What's the range on that smell-o-vision?
Smelling invisible things, I think, is 5 feet, is automatic. More than that, there's some kind of, I'm not sure what it is. Some kind of roll of,
It's scent, right? It's scent ability?
Yep.
Okay. Special abilities. Here we go. Scent-a-roo.
Like 30 feet you can detect.
I think it's 30.
Yeah, 30 feet you can detect, but you don't know where it is unless you're 5 feet away from it.
All right, here we go. If the opponent is upwind, downwind, 30 feet, right. So if the creature is within 5 feet, the creature can pinpoint the area the source occupies, even if it can't be seen. So, all right, so it's 5 and 30, which I am going to put here. Boom, boom. All right, so 5 foot square is that circle, the blue circle, and then the green is the scent ability. It sniffs the air, and it does. It can communicate with you.
Oh, I don't know. How do we do summon creatures? Let's see here. If you can communicate with the creature, you can direct it not to attack to attack. I don't really communicate with an ant though, so.
Okay, so you do see its little antennae or stuff kind of like popping around, but it doesn't move off of the stairs. You get the impression that it doesn't necessarily see or smell anything.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to have it move into the room.
Okay. All right, it moves. It's going to move down the stairs in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
move. So it's going to keep moving until it senses something.
All right. Still nothing other than the 3 guys there.
Okay, so it's going to go to the end of that room then.
Nothing.
Did you look on the ceiling?
Okay, so there's no enemies. Well, nothing within 30 feet?
Nothing within 30 feet. Do you announce that to everybody, or?
20, 30. Well, I'm going to keep him going, I guess.
Okay, through the hall, down the hallway?
Yeah.
All right, still nothing.
Huh. Okay, so that was the ant. I'm going to...
I'm going to move him into the hallway there, sorry.
20, 30...
So I'm going to give... hold on, I'm going to give the ant light so you guys can see a little better here. There you go. So that's what that hallway looks like. And you can see the green circle where it kind of goes to. It goes to the extent that you can see. And no, he's not sensing anything.
Okay, Bartos is going to move down into that room and say that the ant I summoned did not smell any enemy on the path that it took for those who were around.
Okay. All right. So none of you are actually, that being the case, do you guys tell Bartos what happened? You know, we saw her, but she disappeared, kind of thing?
Saw her, and she got
Bartos
and disappeared.
And specifically, she stepped away and then disappeared.
So Bartos, give me a knowledge arcana. And do a good one, because it's probably going to... I mean, you get the impression that these guys think that she either did a vanish spell or an invisibility spell. Hey, are you still... You're not still invisible, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I am.
Holy crap.
All right. So you suspect, based on their description of what happened, that rather than going invisible, she could easily have done a dimension door.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll say that then. I don't think whatever we're facing is invisible. I think it moves out of this room.
Okay.
All right. So at this point, we drop out of initiative. All of the creatures are dead that you guys have been confronted. You have.
Did the swarm die?
Well, the swarm's basically
will.
getting chewed to big pieces.
It will in less than a minute.
It will, yeah.
Crispy critters.
It just basically goes to it dies an ignoble death from the heat. Basically, cooked bugs. The web will last still a while. The stinking clouds don't last as long, I don't think. Hold on a sec.
No, stinking clouds are 1 round per level.
1 round per level. Okay, so the stinking cloud will disappear, but the web will stay.
Invisible is 6 minutes, by the way, Les. So
Okay, so you've got plenty of time.
in theory, yeah. I'm going to keep sending the ant down.
The scout.
Okay, about there. Wait, the ant says, "I smell something." When she gets to those doors.
So here?
Yeah.
Is that door? Are those doors open or closed?
They are. Well, one of them is. Oh, so they're kind of they're open, like standing open.
I'll call out to everyone to come down this way that the ant's smelling something.
So the ant is giving you I don't know, a mixed kind of signals. She's not sure what it is that she's smelling. This is a smell that's alien to her.
Okay, is that an ankylosaurus?
Possibly.
Looks like it.
And I think we got to roll for initiative now again, don't we? It charges.
When I write this chapter, I'm going to call this the Ant of the Baskervilles in my memoirs.
All right, hold on. All right, so Lothar, 17. Ilindar, 12. Bardos, 19. Oops, hold on a second. Bardos, 19. Anybody else feel like Gato, 14.
Oh, you need my initiative? Sorry.
I do. And I need yours too, Fletch. Fletcher? Flashheart? Fletcher? You guys are scaring me. 8. Fletcher, what's your initiative?
Oh, sorry. Un momento, I almost rolled the wrong thing. 3.
Okay. Nine. Okay, some fantastic rolls on this one. Excellent, excellent. All right, so Bardos, you and Lothar are first. So Bardos, we're gonna the ant is gonna be on your initiative. It turns that corner. It's like the message you get from it is like, I'm smelling something. There's something here, but it's nothing I've smelled before. I don't understand what the smell is. It turns the corner, and there's an enormous dinosaur with a ridged back and some sort of weird club tail that's kind of like snorting and pawing at the ground. And this is like. And begins charging towards the ant. Lothar, now I'm just go back upstairs. Lothar and Gato and Ilindar and Otto and Siggy are all far away.
Yeah, I'm going to come down.
Okay.
Now that the stinking cloud is gone.
All right, you're gonna come down.
You sense a dinosaur in the forest?
It's still crazy hot in here. There is a big web sitting there, a dead demon, what looked to be a bunch of bugs on the floor, and a series of one dead female archer over by the forge, and a couple of closed doors over there.
Well, how long does it take me to get down? with the
It
elevator?
probably takes you, depending on how far do you want to go? I would say it probably takes you a movement to get. Well, are you jumping down or?
No, I'm taking the elevator.
Oh, you're taking the elevator. It'll take you 2 rounds.
Oh, okay. Well then.
So this round, you get in the elevator and sort of step around the salamander and begin moving downward. At the end of next round, you will arrive on the ground floor.
Ilindar will call out if there's humans in there. Figure out how they're not bugged by that heat.
What?
Search the bodies and find out why they were okay in the heat when we wouldn't have been.
Right. Because that's going to get really expensive or high maintenance for them to be casting spells all day long, every day.
True.
And
Very
my
true.
intention, by the way, for the rest of the party, despite the fact that none of you are here, is I'm going to look at her and then look around the forge and see if there's a way to dampen it, shut it down. Probably not.
Close it off, something.
Yeah, most forges have something that you can close it off so that it kills the fire or smothers the fire or whatever. That's my intention at this point.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's going to be a couple rounds before I get there.
Okay, Bardos, what do you do? I mean, you and the ant have the initiative. The ankylosaurus is coming for the ant.
All right, so I can charge it.
Sure. Now remember, your ant's smite ability is not going to be helpful here because it's ankylosauruses are neutral.
Right.
They're not evil.
Okay, so what does charge do? Is that a plus?
Basically, it gives you -2 on your AC and +2 on your attack roll. All right, so 13 and 21. Let me check on that. Ooh, AC is 22 because of its hard skin. So the ant pokes at it, misses the first time, pokes at it, and gets a strike, but it just bounces off the heavy armored skin of the ankylosaurus.
Okay, so but basically it charged, so
It's right there up next to it.
Yep.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
Bardos is just going to move into the room. Still invisible.
Okay. All right, so let me give you a quick description of this room. Because it's an odd place. All right. So a small, okay. So it's an oddly shaped chamber. There are steps that you had to go down to get in through the doors. The ceiling is very high, about 40 feet. And there's some sort of pulsing red light down at the far end of the north of the corridor. But basically what you see is a long, pretty wide corridor. It's about 20 feet wide with these little alcoves in it. And on the floor are patches of what look to be lichen or mold.
That's what I was going to wonder what that green stuff was.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
old school
some sort of
D&D, so
mold.
I'm old school D&D, so I'm thinking it's green slime.
There are several patches of it across the floor.
So not shrubs, some kind of growth.
Yeah, it's like a lichen or a mold, a lichen. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. Yeah, it's a small plant of some sort, but there's little patches of it in various places. All right, so you go in there. Do you do anything else? There's another set of doors over here that you can see. Those are closed. Right here, but the light, the red light that you saw, it's sort of like a red glowing light. It's back in the room to the north, way to the north.
Okay, no, that's all I'm going to do.
Okay.
Ant versus Ankylosaurus. Fight.
Okay. So yeah, now it is my turn. Ankylosaurus attack on the ant. So that tail comes whipping around, kabammo, against the ant. Let's see what happens next. Boom, 30. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus 12. Okay. 26 points of damage.
Ouch.
And I need a fortitude save from the.
No, you don't.
Why?
Ant's dead.
Because they can't be stunned? Oh, he's dead?
Yeah, it's dead.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
He had 19 hit points, so.
Ah, gotcha. So,
He's an ant, you big boy.
Bartos, you see this thing's tail come around, and it just smashes the shit out of the ant, who dies and slowly fades back away into its constituent plane, wherever it came from. Then it looks at just like snorting. It's like, and it looks around. It's snorting at the air. Maybe like it smells you. You're not sure.
Do we need to fight this thing?
Can you tell if it's summoned or not?
Theoretically, he could. Bartos is a pretty good summoner.
That's what I'm thinking.
Knowledge Arcana or a spellcraft check on him.
I can see a spellcaster trying to get away and dropping this summoned creature in your path.
$21? Yeah, you suspect that this is a summoned creature. Certainly, ankylosauruses are not native to this region.
Dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Your best guess as a wizard is that this is a summon creature.
So see, we leave it alone because summonings are short-term thing, and let it go away on its own.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going to catch this spellcaster we're chasing right now, and she'll find us again when she's ready. We should probably pull her together a strung out party.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I agree. What did you say, Gordon?
I just said Ankylosaurus is a higher. I mean, I couldn't summon that. It's a pretty high level summon monster. Much higher.
I agree with Matt, though. Let's get the party back together.
What's the most defensible place? Is this hallway the most defensible right here? The lower hallway right outside of Ankylosaurus lair? Because it's got 2 sets of double doors.
Well, the thing about the Ankylosaurus right now is that he can't see anybody. Bartos is still invisible.
Right. So before we give it a target, we just back out and let it do its thing.
Yeah, give it time. Try to get Ilindar and Gatto back.
All right. So Bartos, that's you. Gatto, Ilindar, and then Fletcher and Flashheart. What are you guys going to do?
I think we should rally to a defensible room. This room is not really defensible because it's open on one side, but this hallway probably is.
I would actually just say go back to where we thought that barricade was, just because it's across the hall from the forge, and get everybody gathered there.
All right. Well, we can search the bodies while we're over here, see if there's anything. I assume it's just standard weaponry, but maybe something useful. We should probably check out this northern stairway up here too.
Yeah, we need to do that too.
All right.
I'd have the
So rally by the
and do that.
Rally by the barricades.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to use Storm to go get Ilindar.
Okay. Les, are we if
What about our guest?
What's that?
Les?
Yeah.
What about our guest?
If
Yeah, what about
Bartos
him?
leaves the Ankylosaurus, are we dropping out of initiative again?
Yes, we would drop out of initiative.
Then we'd be a little more free to-
Unless we've got a way to get him through without burning, I was just going to have Ilindar jump on Storm's back and take the D6 as he pretty much flew him through the room.
Okay, what about our guest?
Yeah, paladins.
That's the only
Crusaders.
that's the only option I've got for him as well. Unless we can find something on these bodies that we were fighting that allowed them to be inside this heat. I
Okay.
guess kind of magic
Yep,
item
well.
allows that.
What about
Okay.
those tokens we have?
You still
Yeah,
have
if we wanted to
mine.
wait 10 minutes
John.
apiece, we could change the scales between people.
We got time.
Well, let's look and see if
It's
there's
3
a way.
times a day.
Let's look and see if
Mine
there's a
is.
way to dampen or shut down the forge.
Okay.
Don't roll a rogue that could do something like that.
What's that?
We
What
had
kind
a
of
rogue that would be really good at doing something like that if there was an option to do that.
I've got dungeoneering.
Yeah. I have
Or
no
only
idea.
if we had a caravan guard that was really good at doing things like that.
Hint, hint.
What is
Blacksmith,
it? What is it you want someone to do?
see if there's a way to dampen or shut down the forge that will get rid of the ridiculous temperatures at low level so we can get the rest of the people through without burning up.
I go check to see if I can disable the forge.
Okay.
You're looking for like a quenching device, right?
Yeah, I
Or
don't
just
think
close the door.
French cover,
Or
whatever.
slake the forge. Slake, right?
Do you-
Stoke and slake.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. So, do you have any blacksmithy skill or?
No, but he's used to messing with any kind of device and figuring out how they work and figuring out how to thwart them.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe I actually have the skill. Hang on.
What a rogue does.
The DM.
Yeah, but it's not any kind of device. It's not like it's not like a rogue. Your average cat burglar isn't going to be able to fix a refrigerator.
Right.
But they know what
to fix a refrigerator, but
They might know how to break it. I mean, anybody can break a refrigerator. I've broken several.
So that's
I
a
don't know.
pretty easy disable device check then.
Yeah, give me a disabled device check just to see if you can figure it out.
Just to make less laugh.
Shut up. Really?
how about a natural 20?
How about a natural 20? That's what you're giving me here? You're giving me a natural 20? All right. So, yeah, I mean, there's a little switch on the back that says off. No, it's
Yeah, he doesn't tell
minute.
anybody about it. He just, oh, I got it.
It takes
Les,
you a minute, but
was there a way in the module for me to turn it off?
it's not specified. So, but basically, yeah. I mean, it works. It works very much like any other forge. What you can't do is put it out. You can cover it and begin to sort of bank it a little bit. There are like metal covers that you can sort of swing over the top.
Okay.
Pull the bellows and that kind of stuff. It's a full round action for you to do it, but it will reduce the temperature over time. The problem is this is a big stone room. That 200 degrees is not going to dissipate.
It's not going to go away fast.
It's not going to go away fast. Probably going to take a couple of hours for it to get cool enough in here for a normal person to walk through unprotected. There's just nowhere for the heat to go. You guys are underground. There's no real ventilation that you can see. The room itself is stone, and so the stone walls themselves have absorbed heat over time.
When I come out, these doors are closed again, right?
Yeah, those are closed.
Is Lothar on his way down, or is he still on top there?
He's
or-
still in the elevator. He's coming down.
Okay, I'm going to be dragging her body with me, but I'll meet him right here.
Okay.
And depending on which way he's going, I'm just going to follow Lothar.
Okay.
Once we get into a safe room, I'm going to have whoever's there see if they can identify anything about her glaive or armor or anything.
Okay. So you're dragging her into the other room, correct?
Yeah.
Or out into the main room?
Well, Lothar, what's Lothar doing?
So at the end of this round, he will end up getting into the. He'll get into this round. He'll basically come out of the elevator about the time that you get the last of the stuff, sort of like the covers and the slaking devices on the corruption forge, and turn it down.
Okay.
That's when you look over and he steps out of the elevator. You reach over and grab the woman, and you see that her skin, her exposed skin that you can see like on her face and her arms and hands, has begun to blister, and definitely has a reddish color to it.
Okay, so she doesn't have any protection per se.
She looks like she's cooking.
Okay.
But she wasn't when we started fighting her, though.
Mm-mm. She was not when you started fighting her.
Temporary enchantment.
So
I'm dragging her body to wherever Lothar is going.
All right, Lothar, where are you going?
Well, at this point, since the forge has been dealt with, my plan is to go over here, go through these doors and into this room, because that's where everybody I know went.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. All right. So Gatto, I'm assuming you follow him.
Yes.
Okay. So he pushes open those doors, goes in there. You got to squeeze past there. Ilindar, Storm's going to fly back there and pick you up.
Once we've figured out how we're going to get the other guys through there too. Until then, I'm going to stay back with our.
All right, so you're going to stay there for now.
Gatto asked Lothar if he can identify this glaive and armor.
No,
Well, you guys. I mean,
I
you
don't think
guys.
he can, but I'm going to ask him.
no, I
But
can't.
Do you mean identify, or do you mean like identify with a capital I?
Identify with a capital I.
Gotcha. Okay. Because this
Yeah,
looks like, because the stuff that she's carrying looks like very standard Baphometian gear. Although of high quality.
I'm just making sure.
Anything magical?
You checking?
I can. I'm not in the room.
Okay.
I can detect magic.
Okay. Yeah, she does have a couple of things that are magic on her. Her armor is magic and her glaive is magic.
Okay. So I can tell him that they are magical. And since I'm going to wait until I get into this room, is any of the rest of this stuff magical? The items that were being carried by the demons or the salamanders or
The demons both carry masterwork halberds. They are not magical. The salamander has a masterwork long spear, which is also not magical.
the archer?
The archer, his armor is magical. He has a near him is a glaive similar to the one from the woman, which is magical. He also has several magical arrows in the quiver.
Okay. So I'll pull together
So
without
what kind of armor do they have that's magical?
It's plate, and it has the symbol of Baphomet on it.
Well,
And a symbol that you now recognize as being of the ivory temple, the ivory labyrinth. They're Templars of the ivory labyrinth.
Can we get these arrows to Farina? See if she can use them.
Yeah, you can grab them up. There's if you do a quick. I'm just at some point I'm just going to give it to you. So the glaives are both +1. The plate mail that they're wearing is +1. The arrows in this one guy's quiver, there are 6 +1 arrows in there.
Okay.
He also, the guy back here, also the Templar back here, also has a couple of potions in a belt pouch. They are also marked with the Baphometian symbols on the bottles.
You said 2 of them?
I don't need
2 potions. They are both potions of cure moderate.
News.
And then once I'm in this room,
Who had the potions? The guy, right?
The dude, yeah, the human guy.
and the doors are open,
What do you mean?
Someone needs to close this door down here. So Flashheart can before he leaves.
with the double doors to this blocked off room or what was the barricaded room. Once
Yeah,
I'm
those
in there,
doors are open. Here, let me open the thing so you can see through it.
right, I'm going to call Siggy to me. It's one movement for him to get to me. And it's
Okay.
going to take a D6 going through the heat.
Okay, I will roll that.
Thus, Bartos is going to close all the doors.
4 points. Bartos is going to do what?
Close all the doors behind him as he goes. He was the one in the front.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, so the one you're going to close all the doors between you and the and then Kylosaur.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
can't.
Les, do I think I can move the barrels to block this door?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think you
I
could.
would do that.
I can't move the bird.
Okay, hold on. Can't move Siggy?
No, can't grab him.
Okay, hold on. Let me grab him for you. See if you can grab him now. I got him in the room there.
I can't see where you put him.
Right here.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Nope,
Can you
can't
move?
grab him.
Try using the arrow. You're using the measurer.
Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay.
Ah, Siggy's on the move.
And I took off the hit points from the heat.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to tell our rescuee that if he wants to hop on the back of Storm, we'll take him over there, but it's very hot and it's going to hurt, but his other option is to stay here by himself.
I'll go with you guys. I can't stay here by myself. I don't want that.
Okay. So if you want to give him and Ilindar a D6.
All right, here we go. Him, 5. Ilindar, 5. So let me check and see what his hit point count is right now. So he's pretty cooked by that. He's still unconscious, but he develops blisters on his face and neck as he comes through there. Very much unhappy about it, but he does manage to get through conscious.
I can't control him, so you
I
have
got
to move him over.
I moved him over. He's like, water, please, water, water. Oh, it hurts.
Great water right on top of him.
Sploosh. All right, so go ahead.
There's one of these things in the other room too. What is this?
They're just big. They're essentially big fire bowls. They're big ceramic bowls with fire in them. They're like braziers almost, but they're large. They're probably 8 feet across. They're quite big, but they're providing light and a certain amount of heat. Not nearly as much as the forge. I guess they're not 8 feet across. They're like 4 feet across. So there you go.
Okay, big braziers.
Yeah, but the barrels strike you as being strategically placed to provide extra cover should someone come in here. This area over there is also stepped down. There's it's not. It's pretty much empty. There's, beyond the barrels and the brazier, there's not much going on in that room. This particular room, there's a small dais of steps that lead down, to the northwest and the southeast. There are candles.
That might be a room Gatto wants to search for secret doors.
This area. The thing that dominates this room is this area down in the corner with this these crackles. And you do as you kind of look in there, Bartos, and you're kind of you kind of peer in. There's some strange magic at work here. Remember, the stone itself kind of pushes downward, and at the bottom of that is that blue, and it's like a sort of swirling mist. It's almost as if somebody was in the process of creating or had created some sort of gate or portal or something, because this is not natural to this room.
This is spellcraft.
33 spellcraft. You suspect that this particular area had somebody was trying to open up a portal to somewhere.
So you don't think they were successful?
They have not done it?
It's not open. Or at least as far as you can tell, it's not open. But yeah, it sounds like somebody was interrupted, that you guys interrupted this ceremony, that somebody was trying to open a portal either to escape or to bring something out. Bartos, you look at it from the point of spellcraft, it crackles with electrical energy.
Yeah, well, he's going to say, Bartos will say, this mage we're fighting is very powerful, much more than I am.
Yeah. Seems like a formidable mage.
So it's Bartos, it's conjuration magic, which is you've never seen this before, but conjuration magic is the school of conjuration is where gates and portals exist.
Is it dissipating, or is it
It seems to be self-sustaining. Whatever it is, it doesn't. You don't think it's complete, but it does seem to be. It doesn't seem to be dissipating.
Is there a way to disable it or make it?
I don't know. You think it's possible? But you look at your own. You look at your own spells. Potentially a dispel magic might work, or a greater dispel. I don't know. Some sort of maybe some sort of explosive or concussive spell shot down into the blue sphere might cause a rift to break. But frankly, to your mind, throwing a fireball or some sort of concussive spell down there, it could just as easily open it as close it. You just don't know. You think dispel magic would probably be your best bet, but beyond that, anything's possible. This is very foreign magic to you.
My dispel magic's not going to be strong enough to do anything. Unless I roll a natural 20 or something.
Well, it's D20 plus your caster level versus a DC of 11 plus the caster level of the creature that was casting.
I have a question real quick. Flash art?
Yes, sir.
Would you be okay if we offered this guy some of the magic armor and a glaive from one of these people we just killed?
I've already detected he's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, I'm fine with that. I would encourage him to scratch off the. Actually, no, maybe it could be useful later. The Bahamedian symbols.
Okay.
Maybe he could pass for a guard or something later. But if we feel it's he needs something, so I'm fine with that. And there's nothing in this gear I want at all. I would say let's give the arrows to Frida and throw everything on whoever else we can, or put it in the treasure pile.
Put it in the party
Whatever we
booty.
can carry. Yeah.
I've got it on my character sheet under party booty, so.
I'll give those to Frina.
So for right now, give him the a suit of armor and a glaive.
Okay.
Were there 5 plus 3 arrows? Is that right?
+1.
Did we find out? We assume that none of this stuff was cursed, right? Like the Bahamedian armor.
It's not cursed. It is, but it is. It's pretty much regular armor. If you had very strong religious aspects, wearing armor.
What?
Well, if wearing armor with a Baphomedian symbol on it, that would be anathema. As a paladin, you would never do that.
He's not a paladin, though, right?
It would be like wearing some other gang's colors.
He's essentially a glorified mercenary, right? He's not a paladin, correct?
He's a crusader. He's not a paladin.
Okay. He'll be fine. I'll avert my eyes from his Baphomedian foulness.
Okay. All right. So what else are you guys going to do? Anything else?
How many people are hurt?
I am.
Like
I
1
think all of
point.
us at least are a little bit.
Is.
Most of us are.
Bartos is a little bit.
What about our guest? I thought we had
Very
healed him
hurt.
up.
He got hurt more. He got healed, but he got hurt more coming through. I guess he has more than that.
I would say he took a D6 and it almost killed him.
Nah. It hurt him, but it didn't almost kill him.
Okay, well I'll make sure and get everybody together. Let me see. Well, first of all, I guess not first of all, but what are we planning on doing next? Because I have 5 bursts left. Obviously, I'm not going to need to use all 5. 10 for everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I would stop there and.
Thanks, Simple Hit Points.
Ilandar, being a mage, would say we had a lot of magic thrown at us, and if we continue after this mage, we're going to find them semi-depleted. If we rest and then go after, even if resting's an opportunity, we're going to get a fully recovered mage.
I think we turn this temporary setback into an opportunity for Farina when she comes back. Like, great news! We saved you an invisible spellcaster.
Well, you don't know she's invisible. Bartos thinks that she may have dimension doored away.
Well, either way, she cast like 8 spells.
She did cast a fair amount of spells, but at the same time, Maybe she's exhausted her spellcast. I mean, she was using magic missiles there at the end.
Well, it just
Right. So, like I said, right now, if we continue after, if we find her, I think we're going to find her maybe not depleted, but a lot less spell power than she will have tomorrow.
Right. If we rest, she gets to rest, and we could be in a world of hurt.
Well, and there's also the question of, I mean, you guys are down in the basement. How close to the Sword of Valor do you think you are? I mean, remember that you know from his journal that the Sword of Valor is guarded by a shadow demon.
Right.
And that probably is not going to be a pushover. I mean, it depends on what's between you and it.
Right.
Bardos is out of spells, just FYI.
Completely out?
Pretty close, yeah.
Oh.
I was going to say, Ilandar's only used about a third or a quarter of his, somewhere in there, but he doesn't do a lot of casting, so.
Well, like I said, at this point I have 4 bursts and 1 third level spell left, and then a couple of useless 0 level spells. Which is not to say we should stop and rest, because I'm not a very powerful character anyway. And the 4 bursts would be enough, hopefully, to keep us hanging in there.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you the inventory at this point.
I'm thinking this area we're at is important too. If we leave this area, chances are this mage is going to come back and do whatever the hell she was trying to do to summon or leave or whatever. So if we stay here, she's probably going to come to us at some point.
Yeah, but only after she's got her spells back.
Yeah.
How many invisibility spells do we have left as a party? None.
I think that was your answer there.
I was just thinking we sent out a few scouts, invisible scout maybe, but no, you're not. Never mind.
I've got like 2 minutes left of invisibility. See what I got here.
I don't know. What do you think? On one hand, you guys could feel like you might be getting close to the banner, but you've got a big fight to get it. On the other hand, that tiefling sorceress is somewhere around here. She's got this gate partially open. Who knows if she gets that thing all the way open? Who knows what's coming out of it?
Well, and didn't we also leave a archer behind that put an arrow in Bardo? Is that guy still alive?
That guy, Bardos didn't kill him. Bardos ran away from him.
Okay, so that guy is, yeah, he's not too far off. I don't remember him being in a room he could leave. When I saw, except the way that Bardos did.
You guys haven't checked that room at all.
No, and he's in a room that's currently blocked by the web, or at least the hallway is. So
that web's going to be there for a while yet, too.
Right.
Yeah, if this is a high spellcaster, it could be there a long time.
Yeah, and so he could potentially be trapped. But I don't know if I remember correctly, there were other doors in that room. Not that I personally would know that, but Bardos would.
There wasn't a door. There was some kind of weird little thing going on. But
I thought there were the double doors back out of it.
Les, what did he see?
Check your memory banks, Android.
I thought it was just like a weird. It was a dead end, but there was some kind of. I don't know, maybe a.
So you're talking about looking to the north or looking to the east?
No, where the
east,
where the buff.
Where the archer was.
There was something along the east wall.
In the room with the archer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
He was a closet.
Or an intelligence check, whichever is better, as you scour your memory for that. You think you remember in the rear of the room some sort of opening, or it was small. It wasn't like a door. It was like a small something that you might crawl through, like some sort of passage in the back of the room. Is what you remember. That you remember maybe being open, but you're not sure. I mean, it was small.
Like a drop, or just like an opening in the wall, or
More like like an opening in the wall, like I don't know, like a little secret passage of some sort. is what you remember.
All right. Well, that was just one guy that we could probably finish off pretty quickly. Maybe we need to go check that out and get it done with.
But then we have to get through the web.
You just burn it.
We could burn it. We got time.
It's a 5 foot square per round. It'd only take less than a minute to burn a path as far as what would allow us to get through there.
Oh, it would burn it completely up in a minute.
How long does the protection spells last? Let's see.
What's that?
For the heat?
The heat thing, yeah. Well, that's not a factor though. Now, after a couple hours, though, right, Les?
After a couple hours, the heat will be passable, and it's continuing to decline. Even as we speak, but it'll still cause damage to unprotected people if they go through there. At least right now. And the question is, do you guys want to wait a couple hours? If you wait a couple hours, you don't have to burn down the web; it'll just dissipate on its own. But it will take a while.
Should we go one more round and burn through the web and see what's in there? Or just call it tonight? And remember,
It's 1 minute to 11.
Either way, it's 11.
I was going to say it's 11 o'clock.
I would, since we know a caster's not going to get their spells back in an hour or two, the only thing this allows them is more setup time, but it doesn't allow them any time to get spells back. I'd say do that, and that way we can all walk through there.
What? Burn the web?
No, wait an hour or two, and then walk through there, and the room will be cool enough we can walk through.
Okay.
No web.
What are you going to do about the portal? Drop a fireball in it? See what happens?
I'm fresh out of fireballs.
Just out of curiosity, I'm going to check and see if I can figure out what's in these barrels.
In the barrels that were used as barricades?
Yeah, and there are barrels all over the place. Do they have something in them, or are they just...
No, as you start looking into them, they have some of them have remnants. One of them smells like wine. Some of them of water. Some of them have a few granules of wheat kicking around at the bottom. The impression you get is that these barrels will specifically put together to serve as barriers in case of need.
Right. So they're empty, basically.
They're essentially empty.
Okay.
They're big barrels, so they're heavy.
I would have enjoyed it if one of those had a swarm in it. Damn it, another swarm.
Yeah, they're essentially empty. So, are you guys going to do anything about the portal? Are you going to try to stop it? It seems to be like halfway done. And I think Bartos made a good point and said, if she comes back and manages to finish whatever ritual she was trying to do, that portal opens. You don't know what's coming out of there.
I do not have a way to do anything to it.
I would say, does anybody have a Dispel Magic still?
No.
I have a Dispel Magic, but I don't have it memorized, so I'd have to rest to get it. And even if I did, she's a much higher caster than me, so chances of me being able to dispel that are not very good.
Well, yeah, but
Hey,
there's still a chance because
Yeah.
you're doing a D20 plus.
I assume we know that one or two passes that she could come back to this room, invisible or not, she might be able to sneak back into this room. And assuming she does a dimension door to the middle of it, do you have any ability to set traps or anything? Tripwires.
That sounded like a Gato question. Yeah.
That's what I was asking Degato.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's try to set those up along where we think she might come through. Maybe we'll catch ourselves a invisible mage the old-fashioned way.
All right. So Gato's going to be setting traps, tripwires. What are
like the scene out of Predator now. We're all like
The rest of us are
circled
probably
up.
just on lookout.
the rest of you guys going to just kind of like hanging back? How long do you guys think you're gonna hang back? I guess Gato, within an hour and a half, you should be able to put several tripwires up, maybe even a trap or two.
Remind to tell us where they are.
Well, you'll find them.
And then the rest of you are just going to keep on watch and kind of like just chill, right?
We'll put the barrels back in front of the door.
Oh, you're going to put the barrels back after everybody's in? Or
Well,
block yourselves in?
What time of day is it?
You're underground. You're not entirely sure. You think it might be as much as, well, you rested, so it's probably mid morning.
When did we rest?
Up in the place where the vampires were.
We didn't rest there.
No, we didn't.
I think you did.
No, we pushed on because I said I need
Yeah.
spells, and they said, "Screw you, let's go."
I thought
Yeah,
you
we haven't
rested.
rested since
No, we
Storm.
did not.
We did
Didn't
not
rest.
actually.
You didn't rest after the fight with Theric Null?
No.
No,
That's why we're out of spells.
that was a big argument, and we decided that we wanted to press on, and that's when Gato said, "Hey, you give me the right buffs, I'll go in and."
All right. So it's probably then 11 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock at night.
In case it helps less, that was a dungeoneering check.
What are you checking?
Actually,
Like
wouldn't
what
we-
time is it?
In case I can tell time in a dungeon.
Okay. Yeah,
Last
you
did-
think it's evening.
Didn't we stay up and stay the night in the Evil Paladin's office?
Yes.
Paladin's office?
Yeah.
That was the day before, yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
day
that was
before.
last night, yeah.
And then we came down, fought a vampire, and then came in here.
Several vampires. I guess you're right. It's probably noonish. A little before noon, I guess.
The vampire hour, little before noon.
I think the fighters can go finish off the Baphomet. Check
He's
I'm
it
still
out.
happy
there.
to do that.
Storm could go and do it.
Is that Mike?
If he's still in there,
Yeah, right.
yeah, Storm would go in first on defense.
Yeah, I'm happy to go
And then,
finish
yeah.
them off.
Easily, the fighters could pile him behind her, and they'd make short work of him if he's still there. If that
And
was a
if he-
passage, my guess is he's not still there.
Okay, an hour and a half later, you guys peer into the other room, and the web has disappeared, and the heat is significantly lower. It's still hot, in there,
Medium.
but you don't think that it's going to.
Probably like 140, 150 degrees, something like that, not 200.
Probably down to maybe even just 100. It's uncomfortable.
It's
But-
down to Arizona.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not going to damage you.
It's a dry heat.
It's a drag.
Yeah.
All right, so Fletcher, you're going to be first. You're going to go in there and check it out.
No, I'm going that far. I'm waiting for the storm
No,
to come.
Storm's going to go in first,
Wait, I'm coming
Do you
too.
think that's wise?
fighting defensively.
And then I'll be right behind Storm.
Okay.
I'll be right behind Fletcher.
All right, you storm. You go into the room, and you're essentially looking at an empty room. Again, this is one of those rooms like Gato described earlier, where there's a few tools, a couple of things kicking around. There's some tables, various kinds of things associated with.
So
With,
then we can pull Gatto and Bardos in
what
here and say, where's this passage you were talking about?
Yeah, you don't. I mean, you don't. There's nobody in there.
Right, and we don't
Is
see
there
a
a
passage.
passage?
You guys don't see a passage now.
Huh.
So we pulled
Yeah.
Bardos in to tell us where it's at and Gatto in to find it.
Okay,
I remember looking down on the map. I swear there was something here.
Gatto.
Bardos, you're racking your brain. But you think it was on the eastern wall of this little octagon.
Right there.
Yeah, right about in there. But you don't see anything. It looks like a flat, blank wall, stone wall.
Gato.
Coming.
Door check. Make sure we leave all our squishy people undefended again.
Yeah,
Lothar, you wanna
Lothar's
come with us?
Oh, no, he's not.
Wait,
F-
where's
there's FTD too.
our extra paladin or extra fighter? Oh, there he is. I see him.
Nope, no trap, no secret doors at all.
Gato, you
Totally
can't.
safe here.
You don't see anything. You're starting to think, Bardos. Man, I think Bardos is kind of a nut.
27 was Bardos's check for perception, just to try to find what he saw before.
So Bardos, Gato kind of looks around. He's like, man, I don't see anything. Bardos, you kind of like go around there and you spend a little time. And Fletcher's like, what is that thing? Maybe that's it. And all of a sudden, click. Boom. A little.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I knew that one was there. I didn't know. Really.
Yeah, Fletcher's big on pushing buttons that nobody else saw.
And a little space in between there, very small. You have to kind of crawl through it. Leads into like another little space. There's a wall on the other end of this like 5-foot area too. but you can see there's a small cord hanging down from the wall. Again, you're crawling through it.
Storm, you leading the way?
She's fine with that. She doesn't have opposable thumbs, depending on what's at the end of it, but yeah.
I'll be right behind you.
So Storm grabbing that cord with her teeth, like yanking a thing.
What is the cord for what?
It's like a little piece of rope hanging down from a little nub in the wall. It's like the back of a stone wall.
I can pull it.
Yeah. Someone else can pull it.
Is it the pulley that has the molten lead just waiting to pour on top of it?
So Fletcher, switch places with Storm.
What kind of dragon doesn't have opposable thumbs?
Put the candle back.
Awesome movie. Frau Brooker. Oh, I just saw something that ran away.
Nope, not there.
All right. So Fletcher, you pull this thing down, and you're trying to be quiet. You pull it down, and it's another one of these little secret doors. And you peer out. I'm assuming you don't go in, and you see what looked to be a room or a corridor. And the first thing you see, frankly, is a large patch of some sort of green lichen on the floor. This moss. But beyond that, you can't see anything really else.
Smells like Ankylosaurus.
Okay, I back off.
Okay.
I'm not the high defense guy. Door's open.
Oh wait, that's me.
Storm's going in?
Storm.
Yep.
All right. Storm sees the same thing. There's a room that it's pretty large. She kind of peers, sneaky head kind of peers in, sneaks around. There's a few patches of this mold, but otherwise it's a large room or corridor with like little alcoves in it. She does not see an Ankylosaurus.
Okay. She's gonna pop out and look around.
Okay. So she looks down to the south, and to the south she sees what looks to be, I don't know, a corridor. There's a hint of a door down in the southeast. Stop going in the wall.
I'm just trying to follow Storm.
I know what you're trying to do, so cut it out. So she sees maybe a hint of a door down in the southeast. As she looks to the north, she sees something a little bit more interesting. What looks to be maybe some sort of it's hard to see. There's a red light out there. It's kind of like a pale, not pale, but sort of a dim red light, sort of in the distance. Maybe I don't know, maybe a small dais? Mike, how far can you see?
She's got 60-foot dark vision.
Okay.
So yeah, that way her vision's showing. I can see some light auras or something around here.
It's not something she actually would see.
Oh, okay.
Do we want a light source? I can cast.
Is it dark in here?
It is dark in here.
Okay.
I'll cast light
Where?
on me.
Okay.
And then I'll step into the room.
Hold on a sec. All right, there's your light spell. Step into the room. All right, as you look to the north, you see there's a large dais. On it, kneeling, is a man in Baphometian livery who's looking down at you and has a longbow poised. And you see, as you look over there, you're like, you look at him, you catch his eyes, and you see him release the arrow, and the arrow becomes flying towards you. and you look over next to him, and there seem to be a half dozen tiefling women preparing some sort of spell.
Bum, bum,
Oh
bum.
man.
And that is where we will stop tonight.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. As the arrow is in flight and the tiefling women, there's 6 of them, begin casting some sort of spell, almost identically moving at the same time. Like, dare I say it, mirror images of each other.
Kind of like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And we'll resume next week.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Awesome.
Night,
Thanks, you guys.
everybody.
See
Night,
ya.
all.
Night.
Night, Don.